Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hey, Haribo, everybody. Yeah, can you advertise this, River? All right, let's see where we at here. Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna. So it's on my timeline and here. Okay, see. There he is. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama. There they are. Sandwich. Karuna needs to be a little squeezed there. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. All right. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Oh come on again Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Karuna, help River get on. She wants to get on. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Encore Krishna Radhe Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ah, my Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Gauranga, Nityananda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Govinda, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Radha Govinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhaktavinda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Is there a problem? Oh. There you go. Who else we got there? Anybody else? Oh, there she is. Okay, there you go. Hey, sorry you're in the back door, man. Hare Krishna. Oh, here we go. There they are. Where's the river? I think you got to try again, river. Something's kind of weird there. Frozen. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Okay, here, I'll put the link. Oh, there's the link. All right, anyway, you guys figured it out. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Okay, stop acting like an idiot. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Gauranga. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yeah, look, this guy wants to be the center of attention. Let's see here. So therefore, what can I do here? Let me see what I can do here. Let's put him down in the background for a little bit. Yeah. You can watch from backstage for a little bit. The whole thing is to put Krishna as the center of attention, not our, it looks weird, it looks, people see it, It's Rasabas. All right.
Thanks for using.
Boy, that name is so fantastic. Every day, it's a shelter. Lord Chaitanya said, and let's read what he said. Okay, Vedas. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. Shastika prayers. So yeah, Shastika prayers. So Jai Srila Prabhupada and Jai Krishnadas Kaviraj, thank you for writing these books and translating them. Text 1, only the most fortunate will relish the mad words of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, that's it, man. Only the most fortunate. Anybody coming here and liking these words, because all I'm repeating are the mad words of Lord Chaitanya, the mad philosophy, the mad information. And only the most fortunate will appreciate it. That's why they come here, the jewels. If you're not fortunate, you go, what are you doing, man? And go back to the... I've seen it, man. I've seen it in all these groups. Big false egos. Not interested. Okay, ready to behave yourself a little bit? What's your break? Okay, if you're not, okay, all right. I guess not. Okay,
Yamuna, yeah. Not here.
Yamuna's? No, she's nowhere. Is she? No. Anyway, I can't focus. Let me just, I just got to do this thing. This is distracting now. You got to come here, really wanting not to come on and, kind of be the center. Krishna's the center of attention, You got to, if you don't have that maturity, I'm just going to knock people off, because it is so important, this, to come here and I got to, it's anyway. Yeah. Don't distract me from my service. Okay. Only the mad words, of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, which were mixed with jubilation, envy, agitation, submissiveness, and grief. See, this is transcendental feelings, man. That's why it's really fortunate, because That's what's going on in the spiritual world. And if you're attracted to that, you're Raganuga Bhakta. Otherwise not. Otherwise you're just, God is a great mystery. This is the mystery revealed here. Everybody says God. Well, that's a great mystery. We don't know. Well, hey, Lord Chaitanya came to reveal this mystery. And only those who are rasic devotees who relish these mellows can come online with that. Otherwise, it's not online, man. It's not online with this world. Everybody's, and what is this going on here? Nobody knows. Yeah. So, see, jubilation, envy, agitation, submissiveness, and grief, all produced by ecstatic emotions, man. Very fortunate if you're attracted to ecstatic emotions. That's why, what is entrance fee? This is a show here, man. Tickets are being sold. What is the cost? Appreciation. Because nobody's qualified here to come in here to see this intimate stuff. I'm not even qualified. Hey, but we appreciate. So whoever appreciates our preaching gets into Vrindavan. Pretty simple, isn't it? Anybody who appreciates the mad words, and the truths that come on here because of ecstatic madness and yearns for that, come on into Vrindavan, because that's the show there. That's the show there. That's the show here. To appreciate Lalita's classes and her cackling. Oh, look at this little secret I got today. Yeah, there you go. It's entrance in there. Yeah. You don't like that kind of mood? Well, then stay out in the material world for all you know. What are you going to do, man? Go out there. There'll be another draconian government like this coming along, Ooh, are they getting nasty now? Ooh, man. Nasty. Mean. Oh, you got to travel. You got to, otherwise you stay home, man. No pubs for you. I don't go to pubs anyway. No football games for you. I don't go to food. Who cares about those things, man? So all glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so, a lot of people, they're still doing all glories to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in name only. All glories to Krishna and Radha. All glory, it's big. False eulogies. That's the false eulogy. Not from the heart. Just same with the Bible. Isaiah said, your lips give the praise, but your hearts are far away from me. Oh, same thing in this world. Always been all like, that's called religion. One guy said, why are you bashing religion? One of the Narendra said, hey, why are you bashing religion? I don't care about it. Hey, man, they're hard. I'm sorry, man. I like Isaiah. I'm on his page, man. Your lips are Radhe Krishna, but your heart is far away. The waitress's hearts are a zillion times closer than yours. Thanks for a new example here. Give me a waitress like that, with a heart close. See, the heart, you can see what hearts are close. See, they love all, more. These are fortunate persons. They're attracted to the mad words spoken here. Isaiah, they thought was mad, right? But the truth he spoke was great, man. You give lip service. This is called religion. I say abandon it now. This is available. Heart close to God, man. I say, abandon religion when this is available. Why not? Why not? This promote the best. Increase this. Hearts closer to God. You come here, go through the purification, get the baptism by fire. Burn up. Go ahead there, Lalita.
When you say, oh, glories to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you need to feel the glory by expressing his name.
If you're a devotee, if not, come here, we'll make you a devotee. We're here to make devotees. but not in the way people think. Let's make devotees and not be a devotee. What is this? You can't do it. You can't make it real. It's only neophytes will come because you convinced them or manipulated them, or like the world does. No, you come here, Krishna will make you a devotee because you got the true vine here. Hey man, true vine is what? Ecstatic emotion. Teachings that come from ecstatic emotion. Hey man, that's the vine, yes or no? That connects you right to the source. Yeah. You come here, man. Baptism by fire, man. Burn it all up. It's the only practical way. No other way. Otherwise, slow. Hare Krishna. And your heart is full of anarthas, and false prestige and everything. It could take you zillions of, so many lifetimes, man. And still you got to meet devotees here and get the mercy, the kripa, from those who are connected ecstatically. They're the ones who carry this. See, they carry this path. No one else does. Oh, somebody else wants it. Yamuna wants it. Okay. Here you go, Yamuna. Sorry. Where's Karuna? We'll give him another chance. Now that's mercy. We keep giving this guy chances, man. Give him another one. Whoops. I take down the wrong person. Okay, anyway. Hare Krishna. So, while Chaitanya Mahaprabhu resided at Jagannath Puri, Nilachal, he was continuously overwhelmed night and day by separation from Krishna. Day and night he tasted transcendental blissful songs and verses with his two associates, namely Swarab Damodar and Goswami and Ramananda Roy. He relished the symptoms of various transcendental emotions such as jubilation, lamentation, anger, anxiety, grief, eagerness, and satisfaction. Boy, you're not bereft of being, people think you're going to lose. You got to surrender your ego. This is illusions, man, taught by Mayavadis. These people, they look up to them. Oh, you got to surrender your ego, destroy it, man. And everybody, it's like, oh, really? What kind of life? You destroy your ego. Even Vaishnavas knows about getting rid of the ego. Really? Why, you don't want to exist? See, this is the thing. We don't want to exist. No, because look at grief, anxiety, all these things are so terrible. I don't want to exist. Let me dissolve into that. See? This is all transcendental ecstatic expressions. In other words, there's a world we can habitate, and you don't have to go anywhere, where you can experience all the emotions you have here transformed into ecstatic, tasty, blissful happiness. And that's God's happiness. See, people don't know this. This is why even for Vaishnavas following this path, this seems so far away for them. See, we bring it closer. Only the devotees can bring it. The living devotees bring it. What's in the book closer. Otherwise, it's many lifetimes. Look how close we brought it. This is actual reality, increasing every day for devotees here. See? We bring in this world of Vrindavan closer to the people here. Otherwise, you see how important it is for the living devotees? They got to actualize this here. It's got to be manifest. Yeah? Otherwise, it's far away. So anyway, I wanted to get to this one thing here. So Lord Chaitanya in this ecstasy says, in this age of Kali, intelligent persons perform congregational chanting to worship the incarnation of Godhead, who constantly sings the name of Krishna. Yeah, I was thinking of the Christians at the same time. You ever see Christians when they're worshiping? The ones that are pretty ecstatic, they're singing songs and all this stuff. How happy they look. They're singing the names of God. It's so wonderful to do that. That's why, I like the little music thing in the background. It's nice. It gives a little congregational worship. I don't know how it's going over with everybody else, but anyway, I like it most of the time. It's great. Okay. So let there be all victory to the chanting of the holy name of Lord Krishna, which can cleanse the mirror of the heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. I'm going back to Gita Mrita now. I don't know. Someone says to do it. I'm going to do it. Are you okay, Lolita? You look, you tired or not so feeling so good? No.
No, but it's not
Yeah.
not necessary to talk about.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, this is chapter. What is this? Chapter 8 still. No. We were doing 8, 9, chapter 9. I'm sorry. Okay. So, Arjuna says, you have glorified, this is chapter 9. Arjuna says, you have glorified this knowledge of bhakti, saying that it is wonderful, joyful to perform. And then, why aren't people accepting it? Isn't that funny? When I read these verses, I look at my experience. I look at people here. Such a joyful experience to talk about the absolute truth, especially, well, how refreshing it is when we hear all these talks about illusion everywhere. Or people talking about which they don't feel or what they know, like in religion. You can't get it. It's all intellectual. People don't really feel this. It's so refreshing. This is like, for me, it's like taking a dip in nectar, literally, in this polluted world. People think pollution is what comes from the cars. I think it comes from the mouths of these people talking about things that are not true. It's all falsity. It's all maya, all twisted. Ugh, yuck. That's why this is so refreshing. One more, I'll give him another chance. All because of Lalita.
Very merciful Guru Maharaj. Very, very merciful.
You think this is a picture, but he's actually doing this. He's faking us out. Okay. Then why don't people actually accepting it? See? Well, Arjuna was accepting. He was one of the few that accepted it. Isn't that funny? 5,000 years ago, Krishna was speaking this. And even Arjuna said, well, how come people aren't accepting it? Well, he was accepting. The few start. And first of all, there's a living person preaching it who felt it. When you see a devotee preaching these things enthusiastically with feeling and with surrender, with appreciation, with love, with all that, that's Krishna in them. Now you're getting to know the real Krishna. Krishna loves truth. Radha loves the truth. Otherwise, you don't know anybody. You think these are a person with the big heads, talking head, big head, blah, 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 all of it. You think you're getting to know the real Krishna or the real philosophy or the real feeling, real feeling, real love for, the absolute eternal truth? No. You got to meet the real devotees, man. Yeah. See, they're surrendered. The real devotees are surrendered to this. Surrendered to Krishna means surrendered to the real conception of that Lord. Real conception. That forms, so that's the form of the Lord, is the conception, not the misconception. That's how you miss it. People give you a misconception, not as it is. So Prabhupada said, even, when on the extreme level, is these people who write about Krishna and they have a misconception because they're not devotees. See, devotee means really a devotee. Feeling, love. I love, I'm surrendered to this. See? And the real Krishna, he captures your heart when it's purified. That's why here you come here, you got to get the baptism by fire, man, because you surrender to his Mayak form. And all its adorable contents in this illusion. See, so you're a devotee. Most of them are devotees, more or less, of Maya. And in religion, they're devoted to the speculation on God. That's why it's all up here. You can't rise above into the levels of ecstatic bliss. You cannot penetrate that realm by speculating. You have to come to a devotee who has feeling for the Lord, actual transcendental feeling, real love. Then you found that's the door. That's the devotee. It represents the real conception of Krishna, the real feeling for Krishna that who has. That door is such an Ananda empowerment. Oh, there you go. Now all that devotee does is present you the real Krishna, man. Hey, present reality. Reality, man, real substance. Not bullshit of Maya. People, here, let me present Maya to you. Let me present all my religious speculation. Or let me present the world of politics. I hate you, you hate me, let's fight. Okay. Somebody else is coming. Let's see who that is. Lokaji. There he is. Lokaji. Kijai. Each new person comes. It's great because they added their little flavor. They have their little, everybody, they have their own little flavor, man. Yeah. You like Gita Rita? You like this book? Okay. Anyway, okay. So you have glorified this knowledge of bhakti. See, knowledge of bhakti. Do you have knowledge? You have knowing. See, knowledge, knowing. Do you know what real bhakti is? See? And you will, if you're lucky, the acharya will glorify it. If you're lucky, but not as lucky, they'll glorify it. Well, bhakti is taught most of them, but here's a bunch of rules for you to follow. Here's some mandates and all that stuff. But we see how, and don't think that it's meant to work perfectly. It never has. That's why God had to say, they're not following the rules perfectly. These guys, they're going to this God, that God, because it's so friggin' hard to follow you, Lord. Can't you give us an easy friggin' path? And the same thing now, man. You come and you got to be a sannyas. Prabhupada comes back to you saying you practically got to be complete renunciate to worship Krishna. Man, you got to give this up and that up and all of these things. And then look how it turns out. We got pedophile gurus. Can you imagine? Pedophile, and they still friggin' worship them. Can you imagine? Still, it's almost as crazy as the world now. Almost as crazy. They're putting things that it's like not even logical to do, things that are ridiculous, and they make it normal. This is what they've done in religion, in ISKCON. Oh, yeah, worship these guys. Oh, yeah, they're into all these things, but, just do it anyway. They'll deliver you. Oh, yeah. Okay. So anyway, I don't know how we got onto that topic, but anyway, it is what it is. Okay. So Krishna says, because they do not have faith, Arjuna. See, you need to have faith in those who are glorified bhakti, but actually feel bhakti. See, I notice here in this world the level, and Prabodhana Saraswati also notices, people, they glorify, oh yeah, Radhi. Radhakund Babaji's, a lot of them. I can't say all of them, but some, I heard a lot of that. Radhi. It's just kind of in name only, Radhi, because that's the highest thing. Of course, we want to do the highest thing, right? So therefore, you see, we're the highest devotees because we're Radhi. Okay? Without actually being in the bhav of Vrindavan, the ecstasy of it, the realization of it. See, so that's just, they're moving towards that level, but still it's not there. It's not there.
Still in name only.
In name only, still, even that. So that's why Lord Chaitanya came. Otherwise, there'd be no hope for us, man. And even now, things have to progress extraordinarily. We need special mercy. Look at this. Lokaji's been staying. You pretty much stay by yourself, right? You don't be going around. I mean, it's the sincere devotees more or less have to do that because he's not attracted to associating with people who worship idols. If you worship these gurus, you're an idolater. I mean, God darn, it says in even the 10 Commandments, don't put any other God before me. But people don't know see, this is the thing. If you find a real associate of Lord Chaitanya, they'll explain to you what that means. Even Christians don't know what this means. Put no other God. They don't know that God is Shuddha Bhakti. God is Satchidananda. Don't put any devotee who is not empowered Satchidananda before you. Right? Doesn't that make sense now? People say, what does it mean? Don't put any God. Well, the Christians know, or the Jewish people don't know. Many Christians don't know. And the Vaishnavas certainly don't know because they're putting gods before the real God. If you don't, you see, the person who represents Krishna is empowered Satchidananda. They are Shuddha Bhakti in this world, and they're very rare. See? Very rare. And that's why in Vaishnava, you're supposed to have a guru. Well, let's just create all these gurus. Like Prabhupada really liked that. He didn't like it. What are you talking about? You got to be by medium for Krishna and give the real conception and make it formed right in an acceptable way before the Lord. And only the Lord using somebody can do that. That's why I'm a little bit severe on this idolatry. I don't like it. Krishna doesn't like it. Prabhupada doesn't like it. But all of a sudden, oh, it's likable now because who's going to represent Prabhupada? Well, I'll stand before it. I use his books, man. He's right there in his books. I'll bring it out, man. Don't put any idols before me. You know, I don't want to see any idols here. And they're worshiping. Oh, yeah, worship your guru. He'll deliver you. Yeah, is he such a... Well, we don't even know what that is. We just we form our own gurus. We have a checklist. We just form them. Oh, yeah, well, they're not even in that. You know, they're aspiring for that. Don't put any idols. Come on, that's why people can't get off the ground. You know, you're doing idolatry, man. You know, the real devotee, when they're in this world, they're empowered to give the real form of Krishna. Isn't it Satchidananda? You got to also see that Satchidananda. You got to see a devotee communing with the Lord in a transcendental way. Oh, now you see a real example of what they talk about. Not just blah, 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 and then you never see any communion with the transcendental Lord. What is this? Bo Pucky. Shama-san. Oh, I'm sorry, Shama-san. Did I get you up here or not? I don't know. Here we go. Shama-san! Shama-san ki jai! Give us a word, Shama-san.
Hare Krishna, with my pleasure. You know, a piece of chocolate and coffee is so satisfying, but your lectures are better.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. You know how chocolate and coffee taste?
Yeah.
Karuna, go.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. When I give a lecture, sometimes I even forget about the coffee.
Yeah, I feel from few days on such a good place. Yesterday I gave my yoga classes for my yoga students, and without preparation, you know, when you are connected to the proper person, you have everything in you. And it flows, and it had such a quality, and I was not feared to share, you know, the conclusive truth here and there. It was really, really fun. And also the last weekend I had a plan to take part in some meditation retreat. It's supposed to took 3 days, and I wanted to do this to learn some stuff for my yoga teaching. But I was here on Friday, and I felt so ecstatic and so conclusive and so happy, and I realized so many things that last month everything what blocked me was my, you know, unpurified mind and my perception. This was the problem, that I didn't came to this retreat because I knew and I felt that I will take more from our classes, you know, because just because I'm getting this potency here, I am able to be focused in my work, in my learning, in my relationships. You had right. Everything's getting its own place. It's just amazing. You are alive in present moment with everything what you touch.
Yeah, you know,
good deal.
That's the secret. That's the big secret. That's great. Thanks for the testimony. Because that's how it is. Everything becomes easier. What's hard becomes easier because of pleasing Krishna in this level, this bhakti level. You feel it. See, you experience, wow, things are flowing, everything. But when you try to do this without the communion and everything, then you feel it's hard, everything hard. Even easy things become harder. It doesn't, in a sense, it's contradictory. You think, well, no, I got to do this, but we need to be empowered in everything. It really helps. See?
Yeah.
So
because from one side, you know that this is material, this is temporary. Your mind is getting fat, and heavy, and you have this all, concurrence outside. It can be really heavy, but when you are empowered, when you are connected, then everything is just effortless. You are just doing this.
Everything actually gets to be like that. It's just that's the principle of bhakti. Krishna talks about. That's why I love this book, because I love to share with people this how wonderful it is to take to this path. Because if you do, you get benefits in everything. God is. See, it's all about sacrifice to God, or to Vishnu. The Vaishnavas say Vishnu. It's all about sacrificing God. Before the sacrifice is very hard. You got to really give up stuff, very hard to do. But this, in Kali Yuga, the Lord has made it very easy. Oh, just come associate with my real devotees. Associate with Jesus, worship the Lord. And with Lord Chaitanya, if you can find a real Sangha feeling devotees, even the other ones that are still Vaides, just come gradually, very quickly. You start, you just get into this sacrifice, which doesn't even feel like one. It's like, wow, man, you have fun. It's like you're in Vrindavan playing with Krishna, and you're not only you're making spiritual advancement, but everybody else around you is also. And
it's very helpful.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. It's also very helpful that you are reminding this what states in Vedas, the three modes of nature, because when you realize it, then you see this overall. And I would just use example of my profession. When I'm giving classes, then this is the mode of goodness, yes, and this is bodily and eventually mind and so on. So the only quality can have when I will be connected, but I cannot learn it, I can just tune in and I can have it in myself, and then I can teach others. There is no other way. You cannot go around. You cannot take it from outside. It has to come from within.
Yes.
It's beautiful. And you are not, you don't have fear when you see the modes of nature. And you don't have also another option. You have to transcend it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you, Gurudev.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you for the sharing. Yeah, it's good. Also, everybody should testify what God is doing, what Krishna is doing for you. Let people know. That's why Jesus is still around. And the path is still around. The words are still around because they went out. You got to understand that principle. If you're getting something inside, don't put a shade over that light that you're getting. Bring it out. Share it with your brothers and sisters, and then more will come. It's a principle here. Every day, I just come and share what the Lord is doing in my life.
Guruji. Guru Maharaj, Lokaji is still waiting, he says.
He's waiting? Oh, I thought he was here. I'm sorry.
Here he says. So
here
I think in the waiting room.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry there, Lokaji. I thought you were up there. I thought you just said you're still here. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Yeah, sometimes I don't see it. I thought, don't worry about it. Okay, anyway. Hare Krishna. Krishna says, hey Arjuna, I shall now explain the different. Oh, wait a second here. This thing has a mind of its own. Okay, here we go. So Krishna says, because they don't have faith, Arjuna, they have no faith in bhakti, despite the fact that bhakti has been glorified. See, and so especially real bhakti, this really deep bhakti, when it's glorified, if you don't have faith in it, then you miss the path, because it's all about faith. And faith in who you have faith in. What teachings do you have faith in? Fortunate are those who have faith in the teachings of pure devotional service. Have faith in that path that a devotee sets the example of, like Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and their followers did. Because you're having faith in the greatest treasure. It wasn't even really revealed fully with Jesus. Come on, man. It really wasn't. You compare the example of Jesus, where you didn't even hear about him crying much. Did you ever see him crying? Or it's more in the like in the unsaid, or you don't see that example. Matter of fact, the Holy Spirit wasn't actually revealed until the Pentecost. Here the Holy Spirit is revealed every day. What is the Holy Spirit? Radha and Krishna, right? Holy Spirit. They're holy. I'm sorry, man. I ain't sorry. They ain't anything holy but them. They're whole persons in them. So, Radha is in Krishna, right? And Krishna is in Radha. What about you guys out there? Are you following in their footsteps? Are you in Krishna and Radha in you? Most people know. Therefore, they think this is madness. See? This is madness. That's why Vrindavan. Why is Vrindavan a big secret? Because people would think they would go mad there. They think it's madness. They project their own madness naturally. They look at, that's the way the Lord set it up. See, but we're here to say, hey, man, this is wonderful. Don't be afraid. Look at me. I love being every day. I go into Vrindavan, surrender to that. I love this madness. Oh, isn't that what basically? And you witnesses, you're saying, yeah, this madness is great. We just somehow trusted this Gaur Hari Das that it's okay. He seems to be okay with it. Every day he's insane, just crying and laughing and all this stuff, And he's saying it seems to be okay. He seems to still be able to drive that motorhome. If you were really insane, how can you drive that car like that?
You can still work even. You can organize parties, etc. Being drunk, but you can.
You can do it. Yeah, because they have no faith. They have no faith in bhakti, despite the fact that bhakti has been glorified. See, glorified. When you're ready, when you're sick and tired of hearing the glorification of Trump, let's just be practical. When you're sick and tired of hearing Trump glorified or Biden glorified, these worldly guys, man. Worldly, materialists in the world. When you're tired of hearing the teachers who are not eternally liberated souls glorified, and when you're glorifying them in the Maya, see, Maya, everybody, we're built to glorify. We have to do it. Oh man, my wife, my baby, my this, they see you own all these things, but you don't. And then they slip out of your hands. You notice? Oh, I'm so wealthy. Oh, look at all my money. And then it slips out of your hands. See? When you're sick of that, basically, you come here, we'll teach you how to glorify with a strength. Glory is it is so much energy in glorifying the eternal truth. Isn't it there, Lalita? Isn't it? The eternal truth, to glorify it. See, bhakti was glorified. What do people, in religion glorify? Usually, Rose, Varnashram Dharma. Yeah, it's not even transcendental yet. It's still a mode of goodness. Come here, man. Feel how juicy it is and how much pleasure God in your own heart gets when you glorify the Absolute. Come here, we'll teach you how to practically glorify that Absolute truth by first tasting it yourself, the glories of it, and feeling it, the glory of it. And then it comes from your heart and not just lip service thing. Yeah. When you fall in love with Krishna because bhakti has awakened in your heart, then you're going to talk about what you love most. Why not? It's fantastic. See? And people's meditation get lifted off the friggin' mundane world, even on the Varnashram level. How are you going to lift your consciousness when you hear your big masters out there, the big sannyasis? Oh, yeah, follow these rules. It's all about Varnashram Dharma. Yeah. It's all about oh, there's an Ekadasi coming up, and there's this coming up, and there's this ceremony, and it's all about ceremonies. It's all about the dry wafer and the grape juice, basically. The Catholic thing. See, people's meditations are there. Anybody ready for the real juice? You want the grape juice to turn into wine? The new wine? Yeah, well, you have to glorify pure devotional service. That's what we do here. Glorify ecstatic emotions. Oh, not only, you won't do that until you start to taste them. The glories of them. See, you got to be an example. We come here to make examples of what we preach about and glorify. Because even here, Krishna's glorifying bhakti and all that, but where do you see all the tears in the thing? See, it's all in the unsaid. Here, you come here, man. We'll show you what real bhakti is. We'll show you what pure bhakti is. Even that you don't see in here. Where do you see the tears? You see Arjuna crying. You even hear him say, "Oh, Arjuna, he's crying just listening to Krishna." You don't hear about that, do you? So you don't even know what it is to be listening to God speaking to you. You don't know. Oh, you come here, you'll show you. We'll show you. What can you imagine how rare it is? You come here and you can see what it feels like. Look at the face of Lalita. See? Look at the face there. You get to see faces, man. Faces of bhakti. That's why you got to see the example live. See? Live, don't you? You like watching recordings? Even here, better live, huh? In the moment, man. Right there on the battlefield, right here on the battlefield, man. Look at all bombs going down, all the draconian, the guys coming out, man. Lockdowns everywhere. Masked up, mask off, mask on, mask off. Read this, Tom. No, Lokanath, you read this if you don't mind. Can you see it? Appearance. Okay, anyway, I'll read it. Okay, appearance and disappearance days of Vaishnavas are celebrated as well as in the temples. Another opportunity to eat some good prasadam. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. But every day is a celebration of the Vaishnavas and Krishna here. Because that's what's meant to be glorified. That's for connoisseurs. See, we do it from the heart because we like to taste. Like, you see, here you're really tasting the prasadam of the devotee themselves. They're the bread of life. Right there, Lalita was doing this morning, Nartam. Tasting Nartam. That's the bread of life. Is the devotee themselves. See, this is real prasadam. Oh, it's the appearance. See, otherwise it's just a ceremony. Okay, that's fine for the beginning. But we're here to glorify pure devotional service, eating the Vaishnavas. Eating them. Transcendental cannibalism. What do you think Jesus was talking about? Being a material cannibal. That's what people thought, and they left him. No, transcendental canon. I'm the barret of life. Eat me. You ever hear these people say, eat me? But that's false ego. Krishna says, yeah, eat me, and you'll see there's energy in a man's sustenance. And I don't decrease. As a matter of fact, I increase when my devotees eat me. What is that me? That me is Krishna. You know, hey, remind people of the real conception of the God in Shuddha Bhakti now. See? Oh, that's eating Krishna. You see, I'm eating these conceptions. Very tasty. Give me energy. Can you tell? You know, got some energy. Where do I get this energy? Where can you get this energy? Just eat Krishna's real conception of pure devotional service now. Ooh, will you be energized? Will you be enthusiastic? Will you be alive? This is what Jesus, see, you come here, you'll see what Jesus was talking about. You actually see it with your own eyes. I have life, I can give it you abundantly. That's this. He was also into the scriptures, getting life, eating God. See? And he knew in the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. He was the incarnation of the Word. You got to be, if you want to do some deliverance of others in this world. You got to be like that. Are you like that? If not, come here. We'll make you like that. Win-win here. You become even better than Gurudev. I like that, man. Not a peon. Hey, man, we're here to hose you down. You know, how many people are as good as Bhavananda now? Oh, no, Bhavananda, he's so great, man. And we're still peons. Hey, my students here, you become great because you become purified. You know what real greatness is glorifying pure devotional service and glorifying that supreme personality of Godhead with great taste. Keeps you humble. Yeah. How does this keep coming to this thing? Let's see which way we're going to go. I haven't got through the first page in 3 days. I'm still on the first page. I haven't got through half a page. See, that's how much life there is in these scriptures, man. It's powerful, man. See, that's love. You know, you got to love Krishna. You got to see these scriptures are God. You come here, you're going to love these scriptures, man. You're going to see the life in them. You're going to see what Jesus saw in the scriptures. I'm telling you, you're going to feel that. You're going to feel what Jesus loved in the scriptures. You're going to feel what Narottam loved in the scripture. You're going to be part of that eternal family here. And I don't know where else. Everywhere else, you're just a peon. Yeah, man, just praise my false ego. Make me great and all this. Give me all your time and money, and I'll give you diddly squat back. That's called religion. Hey, why is he staying out of the temples there? Why is Lokanath not going if it's so great there? See? He's got to have his temple at home. He's tired of the bullshit, right? Yeah, no, the bullshit doesn't matter. See? That's why he's here. Get something of substance, man. Isn't it nice to hear, refreshing to hear the real straight out truth without compromise and not fear of these bullshitters out there? Hey, man, they bullshitted enough since 50 friggin' years. The bullshit is finished. I know you guys, well, nobody, I couldn't say that, but thank God somebody said the damn thing. It's true, right? You're tired of the bullshit out there? All this prancing around. Oh, Gurudev, deliver me. They can't deliver diddly squat. Right there, Shamaguru, you're all your guru could do is deliver you here. And he couldn't even come himself. He said, well, here's my disciple. Good. we'll take care of her, and she'll take care of you eventually.
Hopefully he listens to you. Did you unblock him?
I don't know. I'll check. What's his name again? You got to.
I will write you later
Yeah, write
private
me
message,
later.
and you can check after classes.
I'll check. Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll see if he's ready or not. Okay. Anyway, all right. So Krishna said they don't have faith in bhakti, despite the fact that bhakti has been glorified. They think that these words are a false eulogy. Yeah. Why? Because they only heard the words. They got to see action, man. Right? We got to, hey, man, lights, camera, action. See, that's a devotee. You got to see the action, man. See, lights, camera, action. The devotee, the deed. Oh, boy, look at them. Boy, look at that. Crazy communion. Look at that. Oh, see, you got to see the show. See, otherwise, it's a false eulogy. Here, they may say it's a false eulogy, but it's so true, it works its way in. Truth will set people free, whether they acknowledge it or not. First resistance, then acceptance. Otherwise, if you don't see it, it just doesn't exist. There's no opportunity. That was Lord Chaitanya's mindset. See, you notice we have the same mindset here, huh? We know what's going to happen in due course because this is so true, man. More true than all the bullshit going around. I don't care. These guys in the falsely, oh, look how many, I got thousands of people watching. I don't care. I got 11 here, man. We'll start with that. This is like the 300. You know, the 300 against 1 million. And they held the line, man. They would have won, but they had a betrayer, man. But you know why they had a betrayer? Because the guy didn't treat him right. That's Maya. The guy still is, we treat everybody right here. We give them something of substance. And if the only people who leave are the ones who are just not satisfied, they want something else other than this ecstatic love. Well, what can be done? What can be done? Okay, so Krishna says, therefore they must take birth again in this material world. Don't I always preach like that? I say, well, you don't accept this. If you don't accept what will liberate you from the world, the liberators, the real ones, that you want to prove it, man, when the Lord sends the liberators here, can you see them? Otherwise, how are you going to see the spiritual world? How are you going to see the spiritual world if you cannot see the spiritual world coming to you? You're just like those people Jesus was preaching to. He comes out and preached to the multitudes like we're doing on Facebook, preaching to the multitudes. And Jesus said, the kingdom of God is coming to you. Kingdom of God is coming to you. And all the multitudes say, where is it? All these blind people. Where? It's him, you idiots. It's a devotee. They're the kingdom of God, man. Look up the meaning of Dham, right? Dham is the kingdom of God. Yes? There's 2 definitions, and the second one is the most important. One Dham is you can't enter in because it's too friggin' far away. Even you can go there and you're not really there unless you're in the real consciousness. The other Dham is the person Dham. They are the Dham in person. Radha and Krishna combined. See, that was Lord Chaitanya. That is his empowered associates. Now that Dham gives you entrance. That's the door to the Dham. That's why they come here into this world. How did I get on this track? Oh, yeah. They come here to deliver people. See, otherwise you're going to take another birth and death. You're going to take another, well, you didn't recognize the Dham coming to deliver you. Oh, you don't understand. You spend your time in Vaishnavism. You read the books but didn't understand them. You failed the test still. Okay, we'll give you another life to do it. Because how you pass it, the Lord sends you his living devotee, man. And you say, oh, I see. This person has come to deliver me. He's empowered or she's empowered with real bhakti, real love for Krishna, more than I got. They come to deliver me, to give me the right association so I can cultivate real bhakti. Isn't that what Lord Chaitanya did with his devotees? He gave the right soil for the flowers of this devotion to grow in this Maya. Can you imagine? You know how stinky this Maya is now, especially? You know how much bad association there is on this side, that side? Everywhere, this way, that way, is all unfavorable for what we're preaching, my Shan friends. It's all unfavorable. Lord Chaitanya said the same thing. Even back then, 500 years ago, with all his devotees, he said, I feel like I'm in the forest. And there's tigers over here. And there's lions over here, all trying to devour me, trying to devour Radha and Krishna, to stomp it out. And his associates listened. Oh, we got to be careful. Okay. But now, this stuff is so strong. When you're in the right place, it's like, oh man, it's like you're laying down on a chaise lounge. You ever seen that? In the nice warm sun. That's how I feel. I don't know about you guys. I feel like I'm on a chaise lounge in the warm sun of Krishna and Radha. Happy, healthy, wealthy with bhakti, man. To me, that's the wealth, man. I don't need it. I'm living in a little bus, man. To me, hey, man, whether I'm in a bus or a palace doesn't matter. My wealth is, hey, man, just being with Radha and Krishna, man. They're fantastic. Yeah, chanting their names and feeling the dance go on. They're dancing, watching their dancing every day. And being a participant there. Arranging their dancing. Being part of that family. Man, that's it, man. That's the life. Yeah. That's what you get here. You may not become wealthy. You may not become a big guru in the sense of these big gurus out there. Who would want that anyway? Why do you want a bunch of neophytes, and get all their karma? That's why I only get jewels here. You come here, you're getting first class association, even though they come from the waitress class or the lousy housewife or this lousy guitar player. Can't even play a right tune. Just joking, by the way. You're all. We got quality here. You like that? I don't want you. All the neophytes we send to Jayapataka and Radhanath and all those guys. Let them teach them humble pie and stuff. That's okay. False humility, all that stuff. They can teach all that. Here we're rough and tumble, man. We're the rough riders. Hey, man, Radha and Krishna, they give you a rough ride, man. Ecstatic. Can't contain it. It's a rough ride, but we love it, man. Rough Riders. We're the Rough Riders, man. Yeah. This is why the Brahmins could not recognize the cowherd boys. You know why? They were kind of like this. They were just Rough Riders. They just natural, free flowing, relaxed. They did the same thing. They were in forced attire. They didn't dress for success. They're just, just natural. They look like ordinary persons.
Real.
Yeah, real. They don't have to put on any pretense. What do you have to put on when you have Radha and Krishna as your companions? What do you need any pretense? What do you got to prove? They just want to prove their glories, man. Oh, look who we got here, Mr. Funny Man himself. Hey, give Madhumangal a hand. Hey. What do you think of this crazy class here today?
Well, it's great. I just came at the time when the Brahmins are getting bashed.
It's perfect. He sensed it intuitively. He says, "Oh, go!" He's talking about the Brahmins again. Yeah, I just wanted to attract the Brahmins, Okay. You want to give us a report there, Pani? What's going on?
Yeah, sure. So I think what's happening in my life is I can definitely see that the heart is softening in identifying Krishna. And as I mentioned, Guru Maharaj, by your preaching, just hearing that any seemingly disconnected activities with Krishna, like mundane activities, as I was saying, with gardening, be it anything, Krishna is just showing up, like popping up and saying, "Hey, here I am, here I am." It's so amazing what kind of revelations are coming in. And it's just like Shama Sundari was saying the other day, it's like a dance with Krishna. It's like Krishna wants to be with you more than you making an attempt to be with him. And I can feel that. Wow. And it's just because of being in this association with the swan-like devotees surrounded by you, headed by you. And this is the crest jewel association I could ever imagine, honestly.
Wow, what another great testimony.
Yeah. And the other thing I was feeling very strongly coming in my heart is that this association, it's kind of like I was feeling this message that, this is the exact same message all the predecessor acharyas were giving. So this is the real line. So it's more and more, Krishna is giving me this intelligence to identify that, this is a message that Narada Muni was giving. This is the exact same message the other devotees were giving. So this is the real line. So you have it in you. And thank you so much for coming and picking us up.
Yeah. Remember I said Guru is one, and sometimes they hold back. That's why I say with Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta, they put it in their writings but when the message comes out, Bhagavatam is the message coming out from Narada to Vedavyas, what we preach. See, we're preaching the confidential Bhagavatam. We're the same thing with Chaitanya, and more so Chaitanya Charitamrita. That's why Prabhupada said Chaitanya Charitamrita is postgraduate. See, because it's the confidential message. Now, Prabhupada came when I started preaching Chaitanya Leela, which was my life and soul from the beginning. He said, now this has my approval. You preach these confidential things. See, and look what it's doing. Look what it's doing. This is fabulous, huh?
It is amazing. It is amazing. I feel, as you said, Guru Maharaj, like many a times you said, more and more devotees will get this, more and more devotees will get this. And I feel like really that, that has to manifest, that more and more people pick this up, and it'll be so great. Everybody becomes happy.
Yes.
Really happy.
Yeah. Well, that's why he works with the witnesses as it evolves in you guys out there. See, then it just say, this is the way it works. And then people pick it up. That's how Jesus is still around. Is people felt like, wow, man, faith in Christ in this. Basically, we make it more clear. The only reason why people have faith in Jesus is because of real feeling, people who really feel Christ in them. They carry it. So, and you got to carry this also. And then people, oh, really? This is real. Otherwise, this holy God is unknowable and unattainable except through his real devotees. Otherwise, the line gets broken and just a bunch of religion is taught, which, religion,
Yeah. I'm so happy to get the current line. So happy, really. But even Krishna, I mean, even when I'm sort of awake in the middle of the night, Krishna is giving me that remembrance of different pastimes. It's so amazing. Krishna reminds
Wow.
us. This is really amazing that in the middle of the night, I I remember a song which is talking about Krishna coming into the home. It's like, wow, thank you, Krishna, for giving this remembrance. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. Just because I'm paying a little attention here every now and then, you give me this greatest gift.
yeah,
So thank you
yeah,
so much, all the devotees.
yeah. Well, you come, see, you were born in India, and you come in the line. You have automatic faith in Krishna, from the beginning, and so this is just a good soil for that to grow. See, otherwise, a lot of Indians, they get mixed up in the world and science in the world, and they just get distracted for their whole lives often. And they have it in them, but if they get this, you'll save a lot of Christians when or Indians who just waiting for they don't understand the value of this, and then you, by your own testimony, you show them. That's your preaching in that way. Opportunity is they say, oh, really? Yeah. You say, yeah, this is important, and then Krishna will grow very fast in devotees like that. Because of their previous lives, they've been, you don't know how many lives people have been working on this. It's just looking for the soil to grow, because look at this world now. Oh my God, the world, it's not proper soil for this to grow, this love of Krishna, man, Save the pickles. Yeah, okay. All right, anyway, let's go on here. See what else we can unearth here. Okay, so therefore they must take birth again in this material world. But now here, Aishwarya Gyan, knowledge of my opulences, which is needed for Dasya Bhakti. See, and this is, a lot of people want to jump above this and to Radhi and all that. Hey man, it's not about that. It's, you got to go in through Dasya Bhakti. That's why you come in by being a servant of a bona fide guru. When you give respect to a real representative of the transcendental Lord in this world, there you go, Dasya Bhakti, so easily. See, because you're saying, yeah, teach me these principles. Nobody else can teach me this unless they're a real guru like this. And you're showing Krishna, oh, you want to know about my intimate abode? Well, only my real devotees can enter into this. Therefore, you got to be like Arjuna. When Krishna comes to you as the bona fide guru, it's no different than you being like Arjuna listening to Krishna. Because if that guru is real, if they're really bona fide, it's Krishna speaking through them just like that. And you will experience that. You will experience the joy of being with that when you're like that. Oh, well, I'm going to tell you these things because you're my disciple and you're my friend. You see, you feel exactly like that. You become a real disciple, man. See, real, not phony, not a false follower. That's still phony, man. It's not real yet. You're just practicing out there. When you follow, oh, Gurudev, deliver me. Where are they? Satchidananda? Well, no, that's really, yeah. But how dare you accept obeisances and worship? Oh, you're an idol, man. How dare you? Why? I mean, go ahead and dare, but how stupid of you to represent idolatry in this world. Who the hell wants to be an idol? That is really low class, isn't it, Kapani? Low class. Don't put anybody, on your guru on the altar if they're not Satchidananda. Is that just common sense? Isn't Krishna Satchidananda? Then the guru should be empowered Satchidananda. Can you see such an Ananda manifested in that devotee? Has that devotee been accepted by that transcendental Lord? Can you have confidence in that or not? Or is it just a bunch of bullshit, man? Oh, yeah, you see, I got the rubber stamp. This is mundane, man. So anyway, when you're tired of that idolatry, come here and you'll learn what is the real conception of Krishna, what is a real conception of Guru, so you can understand how to be a real disciple. Okay? You know, Guru is one, but disciple is also one. Did you ever think about that? I never thought about that until now. New revelation. Disciple is one, and you know it. Right there. See Lalita shaking it. She knows it. She's like Arjuna. Look at her. See? Oh, Krishna, I just read all these words are like nectar and all that. See, that's like Arjuna, right? You got to become like that. Then you become ecstatic. So guru is one and disciple is one. The real disciple is like that. You find a bona fide guru and you listen long enough and you think, wow, this is the door for me to get into Vrindavan. I'm confident of that. I've heard enough, man. And I've heard enough bullshit in this world to make it to a distinction. See, highest truth distinguished from the bullshit, basically, of Maya. Maya's always a bull. She's been a bullshitter from the beginning, man. This is Maya. She's a liar. She lies. She cheats, deceives, misdirects. That's what her game is. That's why we're here to defeat Maya. How? With the truth. Eternal truth. Set people free from Maya. She's very happy. She loves this battle. We're battling. Did you know we're fighting? It's not even like a fight. I feel, I'm fighting Maya with one hand tied behind my back here. I'm telling you, man. You ever see those sword players, just having a lot of fun? Yeah, that's Vrindavan style. We defeat Maya Vrindavan style. She knows she's in trouble now. Hey, man, we got a lot of power here. We got the disciplic line. We got Prabhupada's books. He put a lot of energy to write those books, and we take advantage. You never let a growth opportunity go to waste. Goswami books. See? The ecstatic realizations, many years in this life. You don't know how many lifetimes of this ecstatic worship has been going on. A lot of potency in the Sangha. You guys are all jewels coming here, man. You got, this all the real jewels, the real devotees, the real disciples, see, are assembling. Yeah. Therefore, we're ready to do battle and capture the world and bring it all to Krishna's lotus feet and Radha's, right? And that's our work here. Is set this big bounty of spoils and put them at the feet of Vrindavan, Krishna, and Radha. So, okay, all right. Anyway, all right. Oh yeah, Dasya Bhakti. Yeah. Knowledge of my opulences, which is needed for Dasya Bhakti. Hearing this confidential knowledge, you got to hear it from a real devotee, man. Hearing this, it really helps. Okay, it's good to hear it from anybody. Well, yes and no. It's good to hear it. But progressively, you should hear it from those who actually have this awakening in them, which is needed for
Sorry,
Dasya
Guru
Bhakti.
Maharaj.
Oh, go ahead. What?
I just want to say that the river wants to come. Very,
Oh,
very.
there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't see. You should write a confidential, write a private message, and it pops up in front of me, and usually I'll see it. Okay, thank you. Hearing this confidential knowledge will increase your faith and devotion. Oops. I pervade this entire universe in my unmanifested form. You know, I don't know about you guys, isn't it? But I really just love to contemplate these things, even the basics. It's so soothing, that the Lord pervades this entire universe. This is so true. See, when you become a devotee, you can realize these things. Realize this truth. Realize. See, realization, realize. You can relish. Relish and realization is synonymous. You can relish. You can taste these truths. And otherwise, people are tasting the illusion. Ugh, yuck. Tasting all the bullshit out there. It's like crows eating from the bottom. They eat all the garbage. See? When you become a real devotee, and when you become a devotee of a real devotee here, a real spiritual master, you can taste these. See, this is your example out. This is Lalita Ganga's example. You want to be like that? There you go. There's the witness. Do it, she does. I mean, it'll come from your heart. You can't do it, she does. You could, like, wow, that's really great, like that. And then the Lord will help, but, that's it. That's why she can relish these things. She's a devotee of a devotee. That's the path, man. When you're a devotee of a devotee, then you're a real devotee of Krishna, right? This is what you see. So thank you for the example there. Thank you for coming into this world and showing this example. See, a devotee of a devotee knows Krishna. Yes or no? Isn't that what Lord Chaitanya said, those who claim to be, well, actually the Bhagavatam, he quoted the Bhagavatam, this is my Lord, okay? He said, oh, well, actually those who claim to be my direct devotees are not my devotees. And that includes those devotees of bozos. Those who claim to be a devotee but are not really, and you're a devotee of them, failure still, practice only. But when you're a devotee of the Lord's real devotee, see, that has real devotion and realization. See? Oh, then those are my real devotees. How do you know? Well, you see the ecstasy there? See? You see that ecstasy? There you go. See? Example. Isn't that nice, Lokaji? Example of the truth. I just think it's marvelous to see examples of this philosophy embodied. Isn't it fantastic? Let's give everybody embodying the example a hand. My God, man. Otherwise, all we got is bullshit in this world. Religion. We need examples of the philosophy. Yes, those who claim to be my direct devotees are not my devotees, but those who are devotees are my real devotees. There you go. There's an example right there. There's just one. And we got Govinda. We got a lot of you guys like this, or becoming like this. Doubt is kind of, you're listening long enough, you're hearing, becoming confident and being inspired. It's a process. And you're in the right place because you got examples. It's nice to be an example. Look at it. She's a lousy housewife and still an example of the absolute truth. Unbelievable, huh? Shows you it's not based on how materially well kept or keeping the house you're doing here, how perfect you are, or how perfect you're dressed, or how nicely those towels are folded. Janaki said, boy, when I went to how she folds the towels perfectly. And I thought Janaki was like, she folds everything so nicely and everything. She says, well, no, well, you should see Lalita Ganga. She folds it so perfectly. Or she used to. Maybe she's relaxed on that now. Maybe she's just throwing them around now. If I hear this lousy wife with my house. Hey, man, I got to throw one-liners in there. We're just doing it repetitively so the crazy Karunas can understand what we're talking about here. Let's look at Crazy Karuna. I like that. It has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? Crazy Karuna. He's definitely an example. Look at that one purple eyebrow and half a hair. Okay, anyway. Oh, yeah. So this is really fun. I'm going to tell you something. I really love this. It's just so nice to share this with my friends. I'm glad you like to hear these things. It's so nice. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to share. Okay, so all beings are in me. You know how many times I've read this in the last months. I just hear over and over. Just never lack any juice. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. Oh, is that profound? Oh, I don't associate with the material nature. That's why, hey, man, you better find a devotee because, you know, we're all in Krishna and Bhagavad Gita, but I'm not in them, but he's in his real devotees because his real devotees are really into him and her. Radha and Krishna are really surrendered, man. They are their life and soul. By Lord Chaitanya's grace, we get being into Radha and Krishna. See, that's where it's all leading. Find the devotee where, hey, man, yeah, out of all these unlimited people, Krishna, they're all in Krishna, right? All these gurus, too, are all in Krishna, all these religious followers of these gurus. But is Krishna in them? In that rare person, is Krishna and Radha in them manifesting? That's the question. To be or not to be, that is the question. See? When I look at that verse, I'm thinking, yeah, man, it's all about the Lord being in us. Because that's where real happiness is. Otherwise, we're part of the zombie apocalypse. You ever see that in the movies? That's everybody in the world. They're walking around like zombies, eating nonsense, eating bullshit words of lies and deceptions. You know, eating material energy that's dull and dead. See, you gotta eat Krishna and drink his blood, transcendental blood. That blood is Radha. You gotta have that blood flowing through your veins. Taste for these conceptions of the Lord. See? There you go. You got to find one person out of all these millions where Krishna and Radha is in them, where devotion to God is in them. Whatever line they're in is devotion to God in them, because that's the true Lord that's in them, and they can tell you secrets and nobody else can. They can light you up, man. And that you'll be like that too. The Lord will be truly in you, and you will feel that, and you will have a revolution in your life. And if you're already like that, this is the soil for you to grow. Because unless there's soil like this, that bhakti of yours will not grow. You'll just stay, unless you're home. You got to stay home and wait. This is what Bhaktivinoda Thakur. That's why Lokanath Ji was in his house. Bhaktivinoda said, if you become a real devotee, Where real bhakti, you know what it is, and you're just not interested in bullshit. Better to stay home and do your bhajan until the right association appears before you. That's his teaching. Makes sense. I don't look at these. That's sincere. I mean, I was the same way. I wasn't interested. I mean, I would go to the temples after 3 days. I had to get out of there. I felt like I was attacked by all kinds of, ghosts and stuff. It just, something wrong. It's just religion. They need help. When they acknowledge they need help, when they acknowledge that, whoa, boy, I've been looking for this preaching, then they can get help. Otherwise, if you think that's great out there, you still like that, well, man, go for it, man. I ain't going there. Yeah. The only people that have trouble here, they're still attracted to that. They don't understand that that's their troubles. They're not ready to release their troubles yet. Unless you go there to preach, then you'll be troubled. If you go there to share, that's another thing. To add, that ain't going to add, the Vaidhi Bhakti doesn't add it doesn't grow in that association. The chief transcendental mellows experienced with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are 5. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So, I don't associate with the material nature. Isn't that interesting? So, that's why the Lord sends his devotees, because they help purify us of the modes of nature inside us. See, Narada Muni, if you read in Bhagavatam, in the first canto, he talks about his life. He said, I went and listened to these sages, see these self-realized sages, and as I heard about Krishna and this philosophy and everything, the modes of nature dissolved out of me, and I became very attracted to the messages, very attracted to chanting, to hearing about Krishna. This is the process. It's the devotees, hearing from the devotees. Jesus, see, Guru is one. You are clean by the word I spoke to you. Therefore, the Holy Spirit arose in them. You don't go through this process of hearing from a devotee where the Spirit has arisen in them into a mature stage, then you don't get this, man. You'll sit there and do your rules and rituals till you're blue in the face, and you don't get this. You got to come and hear and be cleansed by the word. See? Oh, Guru is one, the philosophy is one, by regular classes in Srimad Bhagavatam, by a person who's realized Srimad Bhagavatam. Swarab Damanar said, hey man, go and hear Srimad Bhagavatam from a self-realized soul. Then the waves of devotion will awaken in you. Like it's awakened in them, it's passed on. The currency, this is our money, man. This is our wealth. This current will flow into you also. And then you'll be in the orchestra, playing your music. I need a smoke. Well, here, we're smoking, man. This is smoke, man. Yeah. So, therefore, I am independent. Okay. All beings are in me, but I am not in them. I don't associate with the material energy. Pretty clear, isn't it? Are you a material energy? Is that in you? The Lord doesn't associate with you. That's why, he said he sends his representatives. If you don't pay him any mind, he doesn't pay you any mind. He's a big distance. You just be, Krishna, just lip service, but your heart will be far away. You approach him through his devotees. Okay? Because the Lord doesn't associate material energy. His devotees associate with the spiritual energy. They're a manifestation of that in this world. They give you an opportunity to associate with the spiritual energy, right? Satchidananda. Otherwise, the Lord ain't going to associate. He doesn't. Hey, man, he's just having a good time in Vrindavan. If you're fortunate, you'll meet his representative They represent that spiritual energy that Krishna associates with. And you're associating with them, who he associates with. What do you think the result is going to be there, Lokanath Ji? Pretty tremendous, man. You're going to get purified for the first time. Because Krishna doesn't, I don't associate with material energy. What the hell am I going to? Well, periodically, let's see, when am I coming again? 4,320,000,000 years. What's your chance now? His devotee, his associate, Satchidananda. And then you get a chance to associate with that spiritual energy. But hey, man, you got to be ready for this, right? You can't be a pansy. Oh, I'm feeling, oh God, oh, I'm feeling uncomfortable. I got to go away. There's some of these people like this. See? No, you got to come here and feel a bit uncomfortable, man. You're getting purified. That's why, hey, man, you gotta be baptized by this fire here. It's a fire, Satchidananda. It's pretty cool to the devotees as you're getting pure. Like look at Lalita now. She smiles consistently, but it wasn't always like that. She was back and forth. One day processing, and then the next day, and then the next day back, just processing, getting purified, baptism by fire, right? She knew crucifixion. She used to preach about, I'm getting crucified. Yeah, it was perfect. I said, yeah, man, crucified. Crucifying, this is it, dying to the old self and the new arising. Look, it puts a nice consistent smile on her face. Yeah, even River, she's getting more consistent now. Shama-san also, a lot of you guys. See? You're going through the process. That's why we don't, if you're too much of a pansy, don't come to the green berets of spiritual life here. No, go stay with your big gurus out there. Stay with the big PhDs. Yeah. You're not ready for this, man. Don't come along. I only want people, jewels, man. People who really want Krishna and Radha. Not the bullshitters. Oh, Radha and Krishna, let me go to those who don't have Radha and Krishna. You're still into that? Go out there. Go and stay in religion, man. This is, we've abandoned all varieties of religion. And I pointed out, yeah, that's religion. You like that still? Go for it, man. See how far you get. When you get to the end of that, this is the beginning of your real spiritual life. This is the beginning of understanding the real philosophy by entering the process. Starting to realize, let me hear, let me get purified. Let me learn how to become a devotee of a devotee. The natural evolvement. It's a natural process here, organic. No blind beliefs. I don't want any blind believers. You come in here, your eyes are going to be wide opened more and more. That's what it's about. No blind belief here, man. You got to see how unusual this is, how uncommon it is, how fantastic opportunity it is. You got to see it for yourself. Then you can enter it with wide eyes open, not shut like these, with this wide eyes shut thing with these demons, right before your eyes are dancing everywhere and you can't see it. See? Right before your eyes, Krishna is dancing, Radha and Krishna are dancing here, and most people can't see it. See? But you come here, your eyes will be opened more and more and more to see how amazing what's going on here is. See, your eyes are open. That's what it's about, right? Becoming more conscious. See? What are we speaking into this world? What are we emanating into this world? Radha and Krishna, right? See? What do you think? That songbook in the songbook? What do you think? You get the opportunity to see. Oh yeah, by that word of the real devotee, man, the real associate of the Lord, real spiritual master, whatever you want to call them. By their word, ignorance is dissipated. Oh, from them ecstatic prema emanates. You gotta see that, and you gotta come to the point like, wow, man, I found the real girl that matches the book that I'm reading. When you can appreciate that, you start to enter in. Otherwise, it's just in the book. Every day, look at those devotees. Look at Loganati. Every day they're singing Sri Guru Charana Padma, and their gurus don't match the songbook. Come on, man. It's like putting on two different socks. See, you got the song and you got the guru. They don't match. Can you imagine they're walking around with two different socks on and they don't even know it? Can you imagine having the pair? See, the pair is the song book, Bhagavat, and the devotee, Bhagavat. Now you got two matching socks. Now you're looking good before the Lord. Now you're dressed correctly. See, people think it's a physical dress. No. You got to have the two socks on right, You got the book, song book, and the book, whatever it is. Bhagavat is Bhagavat, eternal understanding. You got to find the devotee Bhagavat, just like the book says. Now you got two matching socks. See, everything devotees see ends up looking, it's just like Krishna is everywhere and everything, man. I hear these people saying, oh, people who don't know, they don't, oh yeah, my guru is everything. They don't have any idea. They can't prove it, man. They can't show you by all the examples that they are seeing Krishna everywhere, in socks even. Yeah, they can't show that. They can't show you when Prabhupada said, oh, look at that little insect. Look, it's like a flying, and they're like pilots, See, you get that kind of mind. So, yeah, this is so fantastic. I'm sorry I go over this so slowly, but I like to digest my food. I like to chew it well. So, but they are not, okay, here we go. I don't associate with the material energy, therefore I am independent of it. See? Isn't that nice? Wouldn't it, see these people, practically, they all want to be sovereign. The ones fighting the draconians here, oh, we're fighting for our physical and mental freedom. This is illusion, my friends. Yeah, you want freedom. Yes, we should be sovereign, common law, right? Sovereignty, that's all about sovereignty, being sovereign in our lives and all that. And they'll never get there that way. You're trying to be sovereign in your body and your mind, but that's not the real total reality. That is, sovereign in body, material body is going to go. There'll always be draconians coming up there who want to conquer the demigods and those who want physical and mental freedom. There'll always be that going on. See, but the Lord is independent. Why? Because he doesn't associate with the material energy. He doesn't associate with the material mind. He doesn't associate with the material body per se. He may take one on to preach the truth and set people free. Therefore, he's independent. That's why the devotee is also independent in that Lord, the transcendental Lord. Not the mode of goodness Lord even. I'm not free in that. I'm not sovereign in that. I'm sovereign in this transcendental truth, like Krishna is. He doesn't associate. He's teaching me, don't associate with the material energy like that. Don't promote it. I don't even promote Varnashram Dharma. Why should I? Veda Vyas gave it up for this. What we're preaching here. We're here empowered to preach the transcendental principles that he preached in his books, that I'm preaching now in Bhagavad Gita. Vishwanath was preaching it in his book. See, you want to be independent, huh? Well, you're gotta be dependent on the spiritual potency. Otherwise Krishna is the only independent personality Godhead. Why? He's complete. He's complete. He's Radha and Krishna combined as Lord Chaitanya. Yeah, but they're worshiping each other. Krishna's worshiping Radha. Radha's worshiping Krishna, man. Well, the Lord came here to show us how to do that, man. We're also here to show how to do that, right? Empowered to show how to do that. Therefore, you notice Lolita, how more independent you are of. Even look at her. She has grandchildren. She's not free, even though she has her grandchildren and all that. She's free of that. She's not overly like they're not dragging her down. Hopefully, right? No, she loves it. Yeah, they're my grandchildren and all that, and plays with them. But she knows she's independent of the material. Family units and all that. Matter of fact, if they get too opposed, try to pull her down and say, yeah, screw you. Go ahead, live your life. I'm going to live mine, man. I got Krishna. This is real. This is real forever, man. That's independence. Yeah, Krishna thing is, hey, man, I got Radha, man. I got Bhakti. We say the same thing. Hey, man, I got Radha and I got Krishna. What do I need any all this bullshit out there? I don't need, my family, friends, if they want to be family and friends, you can come closer. If not, we stay, whatever. If you like the Maya a lot, well, stay in it, man. I got eternal life. And look at this. Because I stay steady in this, look what has happened. I got real friends. We're on the same page. We're a real family here. And those who go, oh, you like the family of people in illusion. It's true. Oh, you guys, you're out there with false egos and all that stuff. I got the real family here. Right? Did you feel like that, Lily? This is real family. People, we really into Krishna, and we like to talk about the transcendental nature of Krishna. We like to relish that to the point of tears and holy laughter and everything, shamelessly, without shame. Not caring about outsiders. Matter of fact, the outsiders can become insiders because they get the opportunity to come inside that way and only that way. Man, the more I think about what's going on here, the more like, wow. So
we have the same ultimate goal and the same feelings and same growing process, and it's the only place where you can really be yourself and share things, because these are the only persons who understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And we have the same Lord.
Yeah. And you see how the family, because of this ecstasy, the family of real Vaishnavas increases. Real Vaishnavas are really attracted to what is eternal. They're attracted to eternal emotions, and they're attracted to real conceptions that come from that, the real Krishna. See? And so we're building a family like that. If you're not interested in that, we'll go out over into the false follower pile. Oh, how dare you call me a false follower? Well, too bad, man. Too bad. It's true. You're a false follower. Truth will set you free. You don't like it. Yeah, you're right, Pani. People don't like it if they're Brahmins and false follow. You don't like ecstatic devotion. I don't care if you're a Brahmin, sannyasi, or what. You don't like the ecstatic devotion here. You don't like these conclusions. You're still a false follower of Lord Chaitanya. You're not following the real Lord Chaitanya. You're a false follower defined by Prabhupada's books, explained by this mouth. And if you don't like it, stay in the false follower pile until you realize that. Go sit in the corner with your dunce cap on, in other words. You're a dunce. The teacher is time for the truth. Truth will set you free in due course. Nobody will tell you that. This is your opportunity to burn a little bit, to stew. We're boiling the milk. Go ahead there, Lolita.
How can you How can you say you're a follower of Lord Chaitanya, a real follower of Lord Chaitanya, you don't recognize Lord Chaitanya in his representative?
Yeah, well, that's, we're here to do it. And whether people ask for this or not, they're going to get it. This is how it's done. Okay, so this is interesting. I do not associate with a material energy, therefore I am independent of it. And the living beings, I'm independent of it and the living beings. And yet everything, wait. But they are not independent of me. This is so important. See, even though the Lord is independent, right? But we are not independent of him. See, this is a secret of how the Mayas work, both of them, Maha and Yoga. Hey, this is what the world doesn't know because they're deluded by the modes. We're not independent of the Lord. So the Lord, see, we're dependent on the Lord because that is our nature. We're called Jiva. See, Jivas means situated on a fence. See, and we cannot be independent. It is our nature to be dependent. See, so okay, we go say, because we're in the material world more and we're associating with the Maya more. So what happens? See, we become dependent on Krishna's modes. That's Krishna in the material world. See? And those modes causing us there. See, we're connecting with Krishna. See, we're not independent of Krishna in his shadow. So we're dependent on this shadow bhakti. I'm not in that shadow. The shadow of bhakti, actually. Okay, where the shadow of bhakti is love for mother, for son, for daughter, for wealth, which is a bodily thing. Because they're just a body, man. They're a body and a mind. They're not developed. Their soul is not awakened, usually, unless they're devotees. But, on another platform. We're not independent of the Lord, so we're either dependent on that. See, you come here, we're going to teach, we're here to teach people to depend on the spiritual potency. Oh, it's really wonderful, to be in the Lord, he's in us. And then we're really happy. We teach your people what real happiness is. If you're not good with this teaching, go out there with the false followers. They can't teach this. They can't show you this. They can't be an example of this, of being dependent on the spiritual energy. That is our work here. That is our play here. The Lord has given us this job to show what it is to be dependent on the spiritual potency. Is wonderful. Look, every testimony like Shama-san or whoever else is Pani is showing, oh, wow, we're getting... Look, the transcendental Lord is with us, and it's so wonderful. Wow, it's so different than being dependent in the modes and all that misery. I'm being cleansed by the association of the transcendental Lord. See, we're not independent of the Lord, and nor will we ever be. But hey, man, you got a choice now. You didn't have this choice before. You've been deluded by the modes, most of the world, 99.9. Okay, you're a Vaishnava. Okay, listen to this teaching. See the teaching. See the example. You got to be with the real deal, man. A real empowered devotee, empowered by that transcendental Lord. Then you're going to know this. Otherwise not. You'll be with the lip service. You're Krishna this, Krishna that. But the heart is far away from the Lord. See? You got to see a devotee's heart, man. Close to the Lord. You got to see it. You got to see the ecstasy of that devotee that is dependent on the spiritual potency. That the Lord is saying, I'm giving myself to you. I'm convinced, man. You surrender to me, I'm surrendering to you. From your heart, you're depending on me. See? So when you guys, you Vaides out there, become really serious, you'll see the value in this teaching. Otherwise, if the Lord sees you're not serious enough, that you don't want this enough, he won't lead you here. He'll just keep you in the false follower pile. You're not a real follower until you follow the devotees who are following the transcendental Lord. Who am I following? I'm following the transcendental Lord, man. I'm following the glories of pure devotional service, man. I have no other life than that, really. This other stuff is all passing. We're just passing through. You know, this world. This is eternal. So we're not independent of the Lord. So choose your way, man. I mean, choose. You want to stay in the modes. You want to be taught by those still in the modes of nature, still promoting the modes of nature, promoting ceremonies, promoting rules and regulations and varnashram dharma. Well, stay into that mode of goodness. Develop that your whole life. You know, but that's not the real Bhagavatam. You ready for the real Bhagavatam? Come here and we'll teach you that Veda Vyas was like at the end of his rope, doing what all these Vaishnavas are still doing. Promoting that. And Veda Vyas said, why is my heart unhappy? Well, when you say that, why is my heart still unhappy even though I really want Krishna and I thought by following these gurus and these rules I was going to get Krishna, and all I'm doing is stuck in my house? You know, because I don't want that. You know, I'm fit. You know, if that's what Krishna is, I don't want that. I'll stay home and worship Krishna. You get a better feeling. Isn't it nice? You know, you're home, you feel better. And you go out there, it's like, ooh, I get contaminated with religion. See? That's the way I was, you know, I was like, I'd rather, you know, God, I'd rather just stay home with Prabhupada's books and associate. Didn't Prabhupada actually say that? He said, if you see there's bullshit going on in this Krishna consciousness movement, stay home and associate with the spiritual master. Now that's intelligent. And, you know, they changed that in the book. They actually changed that and manipulated it to put it in ISKCON, and they took the spirit, you know, associated with the ISKCON, you know. That's what religion does. They change stuff to suit the motives. That's why I abandoned it. Don't get me. Don't think that I'm going to glorify religion. I'm not here to glorify religion. We leave that to the false followers. You glorify religion. You glorify those who are not self-realized. You glorify that. Go ahead. You be an example of an unself-realized devotee. Yeah. See, you become an example of that. You know, I don't glorify examples of gurus who are not realizing Krishna to deliver people. No, you go glorify the idols. I don't glorify idols. They will just idle your time, idling your time away. You ready to make some advancement? I mean, to feel you're really moving in the real direction, you know, of the spiritual world, come here. And you'll move. You'll feel it, man. So Lokanaji says every home should become a temple. See? Yeah. But going deeper, every home should become a temple. This is the home. Because your home may get blown up. They may take you out of that home there, Lokaji. Maybe they think you're not taking the this thing. We got to take him out of that home. So is this home your temple? Because you might be in a jail cell. Yeah. What are you going to do? Okay. Is this home? You come here, we'll make this home your temple. You'll be Tarzan and Jane incarnate.
It's the warmest place for the Lord.
Yeah.
To
Whether
keep
you're
him
in jail.
apart
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah, you may be in a jungle, you may be in a jail, you may be in a nice palace, but is this home a temple? That's the main question. Shama-san, Krishna is popping up everywhere. There we go. There he is. So
Every time I touch something, I lose
that's okay.
my connection.
No problem. So, but they are not independent of me, and yet everything that is created does not rest in me. So now this sounds like so many contradictions, but not really. When you hear it explained right, See, but everything is created doesn't rest in me. Okay? So Krishna is saying, now, the real me is spiritual. This shadow, that's not the real me, really. It is, but it's a dark thing. The real me is spiritual, just like you. See, you're meant to rest in me, but you don't. Most of the world doesn't. See, don't we find rest? Isn't that we find rest there, Lalita? Isn't rest in Krishna, right?
Absolutely. And the best choice that you make in your life is actually that you say, now I want to depend on the Lord.
Yeah.
This is my choice.
See, this is when Jesus said, come into me and you'll find rest. Listen to this word. Listen to his preaching. When he was here, especially. See, people would find rest. See, you find rest in the preaching of a real devotee because they give you this connection where you can rest in the transcendental Lord. Because that's what God is thinking is the real me. And then you find the real you. Your real ego is to rest in the Lord. It's only rest. There's no rest in resting in the modes. Always unrest, You notice everybody resting. Look at the world. It's because they're resting in the Maya. They're becoming so restless. The Indians are so restless now. Oh, I'm woke and let's go protest. Let's go destroy stuff. What's going on there? They don't have any rest in the Maya. Especially now, these elites up there, they're servants of the Maya. They're causing the unrest of all those who are resting in the illusion, resting in the bullshit, resting in the lies. See, they're not resting in the transcendental truth. We're resting in this. It's great. Isn't it fantastic, man? Look at this. Life is great. Life is wonder. Life.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hey, Paul, everybody.
He will come
Where
back.
did Maharaj go?
He will come back. It's only for a few
Hare
minutes.
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Oh,
Hare Hare,
Krishna.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna,
Yeah, okay, we're back.
Krishna
Okay.
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Are you there? Are you? Very good.
Hare
Okay.
Rama,
All right. So
Hare Rama.
yeah, that's what it's about. Can you hear me? Is that my microphone working? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's about resting in the Lord. Resting in His transcendental manifestation. That's where the real rest is. That's why devotees, they preach. Why they share is there's the real rest. See, otherwise if you notice people restless, even that come here sometimes, it's because of their meditation on the Maya. They're thinking about things in the modes, and you end up becoming restless and doubtfuls and all that stuff. Anyway, the practice is associating with the devotees, by and by, gradually find the rest in the transcendental Lord. See? So that's the preaching here. We teach here how to surrender to the transcendental Lord. You know what that is, who he is, what he is. Yeah, and that's where our rest is. And that's how you become an eternal person. These persons are not finding rest. You know, when I use like Bill Gates and they have no rest. That's why they're so restless. They're going around trying to control more of the world. See, there'll never be enough. Look at Hiranyakashipu. He wasn't, he could do more. More than these guys. These guys are trapped. He wants to control the whole world. They work on that, and they either end up dying and unfulfilled, or they get it. Say, Bill Gates' thing is, I want to live until I can control the whole friggin' world. Restless. Always restless. Never enough money. Look, he's got billions or something. Not enough. Got to make more profit on that.
Because no satisfaction, they can get no satisfaction.
There's there in Maya. And can you imagine the out of control desires these guys have? Totally out. I mean, they will do anything to get their plans accomplished. By hook or crook or lie. And they've done this in religion, in ISKCON, by hook or crook to get their plan to be gurus. They lied, cheated, and stole. I mean, that is the bottom line. Yeah. That's why this preaching is a miracle. This is special grace of the Lord. Who's going to pull these? You look at the gurus, they're out there. Oh yeah, let's close our temples. Let's put the mask on. Let's do this. What kind of shelter is that? That's why it's not strong enough, man. You meant to rest in me. This is it. Resting in God. Yeah, resting in, when you rest in all you find rest in a real guru. Why? Because they're always telling you about the truth, man. What is transcendental? What am I speaking about? Am I speaking about mundane things? Am I speaking about find rest in Varnashram? There's no rest in that. I just tell you the truth. I tell you the deeper level of that. The deeper level is the real Bhagavatam. Vedavyas did not find rest in Varnashram Dharma. He was restless. He was like, hey, what is the defeat? Why don't I feel happy in my heart? Isn't that finding rest is being happy in the heart? See? Happy in the heart. So Narada Muni, the ecstatic devotee, knows. Yeah, why? Because Narada found rest. See? He wrapped up.
Real peace in the forest of Vrindavan, actually.
Yeah. He found rest. He had rest in Krishna, in the name. See, he was ecstatic. He would chant the name and he had the ecstasy of the name. The ecstasy of the rest. He had the shelter of Krishna's name in the material world. And then he could go and see Krishna if he felt like it. Or he could just chant his name and it was like being with Krishna. Same. That's what you get. When you can chant the holy name with devotional ecstasy, you got Krishna and you got Radha. They're here. There you go. You see it's non-different. You got
Hare
it.
Krishna.
You go ahead there, Sham.
During the lecture, when you are talking to us and giving us this message, sometimes I say something or Lalita say some word, and even when you are in the middle of something, you are stopping and you are saying, go ahead, no matter what, because you know that by your preaching we can feel ourselves empowering, and Krishna can say something. It's interesting for you. You are always finding time for it. And my before experience was like we could not move. I couldn't even scratch myself. It was perceived like offenses. I felt like so stiff. Sometimes I wanted to say something, and I got the response, right now is not time for asking. And I felt inspired, and I didn't have a notice to notice my question for 1 hour in the future. So this is what I like. And also, before, when I shared my experience, I always heard that this is my ego trip, this is my mind, this that I could make up. I have to be careful because I could make up. And I think when somebody have this potency, then you recognize it, and you have no doubt. You are happy when he has experiences. It's so rare. But they didn't have to. They didn't have these experiences.
Yeah. So see, that's why the Lord gives you that first, and then it's like taking off a tight pair of shoes.
I experienced that as well. They ask about your realization, and they become so angry when you start talking. You even can't finish your sentence. You're angry when you have realization.
Anger control, yeah.
Well, yeah, you see, there's people that are not, there's some people still into that, the repression and stuff. But you see why Prabhupada, he came to me and said, make a place for people like you, that have some bhakti where they can grow that. Because what we're doing doesn't grow well there. Okay, that's fine for them. They can stay stuffed up as long as they want, but when they find, is there something more? Well, then maybe they'll listen. But I don't want to be there. You don't want to be. That's why we're here. This is like a room connected to Prabhupada's movement. See, people, they have to see we have relation with Prabhupada. They more than them in the sense. Because we're deeper into the ecstasy of Prabhupada, and we're here to bring people into this room. I mean, because then you can be more close. Prabhupada even said that, he said initiation that he gave brings you closer to the spiritual master. But how close? See, this will bring you closer to Prabhupada. And people know that, people that come here, they feel more close to Prabhupada. And because if you're coming close to Prabhupada, is an eternal liberated soul. He's Mahapurusha. That means a great, great, great soul. These guys, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, and we're bringing people closer to that. See, they're all in the family of Lord Chaitanya and Radha Krishna. Okay? So you're coming. If you like this preaching, they're coming close, and you feel it. Feeling, you're finding real rest here. Bill Gates' wealth estimated on 108 billion and a half of it he used for welfare, according to mainstream news. Half of it. Well, yeah, that's all. Yeah, his. See, that's mainstream. It's all bullshit, man. Yeah, half of it he used for his investment. These guys, they use everything to get more money. All of them. It's just the way it is. There's no rest in that. They're always tricking and all in the system and all that, so they make more money. Even their what do you call their philanthropy? They making money and all that. It's all a big show. Anyway. Yeah, that's why, unfortunately, those persons are the poorest persons in the world. Everybody is glorifying the poorest persons. This is called Maya, illusion. You glorify, Bill Gates, he's such a philanthropist, so much money and everything. And all they have this is intense desire for fruitive work. Oh my God. Intense desire. And you're glorifying those persons. So when you're finished with that, then you can start understanding how to glorify what is spiritual and then find real rest. You know, Bhagavatam is for those who are ready to, they stop, you're finished with glorifying this false manifestation. That's why if I have no hatred for this, I'm just using it for preaching. I'm using Bill Gates. I have no hatred for him. I have indifference, actually. It's just indifferent to that. But I use it, thank you for their service, man, to point out what is illusion so people can know what am I being involved? Why am I believing those persons? Don't ever, why believe in those who have material motives? Anyway, a lot of this, the whole world is showing its craziness, insanity, so that's good. If you see that the world is cheating you and lying to you, worldly people who are taking shelter of the Maya, they're on many levels lying to you and cheating you. Even in religion, you're still being lied to and cheated. They're telling you that Varnashram Dharma is the ultimate thing. Oh, that it's all about ceremonies and all that. It's still a form of cheating. Still. Okay, you make a little progress because that's all you can understand. But hey, man, we're here not to cheat you. We are full out, man. Say, hey, man, this is the real Bhagavatam. Narada Muni was distraught and unhappy in his heart teaching Varnashram Dharma. And that is the truth. You can read it in the Bhagavatam. You may not accept it because you believe in bullshit and lies. Even religion is abandoned here, and you get the straight out truth. Narada Muni said, why am I unhappy teaching Varnashram Dharma? I wrote the book of Varnashram Dharma and I'm unhappy because Krishna was not satisfied yet. And if you don't like this preaching of the truth, go out there and follow Varnashram till you're unsatisfied like him, and you'll see I'm telling you the damn truth. You'll see I'm not lying to you. Because that's right there in the book. It's confidential. That's why Prabhupada, oh yeah, Varnashram Dharma. Ramananda Roy, he said, oh yeah, Varnashram Dharma, you'll perfect your life doing Varnashram Dharma. Lord Chaitanya said, I reject that. Read the friggin' book in Prabhupada's book. Prabhupada says he rejected that. I reject that. Says reject. The word reject, I reject that. Read it, you Varnashram proponents. Are you ready for more? Well, you got to be like Lord Chaitanya. Go ahead, man. Don't tell me. Tell me something more secret, something more deep, more substance. That's external bhakti, external bhakti, external bhakti. I'm tired of being an external. Even the word external is like, come on, who wants to be external? Don't you want internal bhakti? Well, that's what we do here. I'm sorry, I got to be a little animated to make the point. People probably start to get your attention. Now that I got your attention, one devotee yesterday, Narendra said, "Oh, just tell me about bhakti. Don't beat up Vaidhi Bhakti. Don't beat up Varnashram Dharma." Well, hey, man, we got to, the thing is, what are we beating up? We're just beating up that it's an illusion. I'm punching a paper bag. That's all I'm doing, man. It's just a bag full of air. It's not really real yet. Are you ready for reality? Reality is this. This is why people think I'm crazy, because I just punch holes in what's not eternal. Hey, man, mode of goodness, it's still a covering of the soul, man. Are you ready for Lord Chaitanya's teaching? Even a perfect, here we go, Brahmin bashing, even a perfect Brahmin who follows the rules and regulations perfectly cannot, listen, ready for this, Bunny? Cannot even purify himself or anybody else. Oh, I love that. Do you love that glorification now, Bunny? Hey, man, this is from the Lord I worship. So why fault me? I just repeating Lord Chaitanya. Why should I worship? Why should anybody now, when this teaching is here and available, why should you worship people who can't purify you or anybody else? Does that make any sense? When this is here, doesn't make sense now. But when this is not here and not available, what are you going to do? You won't even understand that verse. Even though it's in the book, right? It's in the book. They're still worshiping Brahmins who can't purify themselves and can't purify you. You think, oh, Gurudev, deliver me. And they're just at best a Brahmin. Oh, yes. Well, have pure devotional service? Are you can you show that you're engaged in the spiritual potency? You're in the transcendental Lord, and that Lord is in you. Can you show? Oh, well, no, that's many lifetimes. I'm just a Brahmin type. I'm a sannyasi, doing the best I can. But your disciples are, oh, Gurudev, deliver me. And you're taking that. Well, there's hypocrisy. I'm sorry, man. You're an idol. Man, you're idling. See? That's the truth. Now, are you ready to stop idling your time away? Look at these guys. They're more or less the same as they were when Prabhupada was here, and maybe worse because of accepting the worship. Worse, yes. Worse, because took all that karma for the disciples and all that false ego. See, they're cultivating the wrong creeper. That certainly ain't the bhakti creeper. The cash creeper. Oh, you're into the cash creeper. I forgot there was a cash creeper, man. See? No wonder Prabhupada came to me in 1990. I wasn't even concerned about being a guru, I was so happy just relishing Chaitanya Leela. I mean, I was in ecstasy. I even had a flute. I was playing a flute, going around India, having a great time, I had my books, man. My books was, it was like I felt like I was home, with these books and crying and all this and just so ecstatic. And then Prabhupada said, okay, time, I think other people may want this. And we look at it. We got a little family here. Family of ecstatics. Put Vaidhi Bhakti in an ejection seat and pull it up. Yeah. That's why we what's his name? Vamsi Das, he only had 5 intimate disciples in his tent. He only allowed, because he was really ecstatic and kind of odd. And so he saw all these Vaidhi Bhaktas were coming around, want to know what he's doing. So he would put fish bones around his tent. And this would scare the Vaidhi Bhaktas away. Yeah, because they want to come and they criticize, So he wanted peace. So he said, put fish bones around. Oh, the guy's eating fish. Let's get out of here. And I do this. I put the Vaidhi Bhakti bones. That's just bones to me around the tent. This tent here. And the Vaidhi Bhakti is, he's bashing, we worship Vaidhi Bhakti. It is glorious. And Prabhupada taught Vaidhi Bhakti. Oh, it is fantastic. And he's like, oh, I'm out of here. Great. Thank you very much. That's how we scare him away, man. Only the jewels come here. Yeah, because I preach by the book here, man. Lord Chaitanya rejected that. We're here. Hey, man, this is, you ready for postgraduate? Isn't that postgraduate? Well, postgraduate is Lord Chaitanya said, Vaidhi Bhakti and Varnashram Dharma. Get out of here. Give me something more. Tell me something more. See? So I just tell you, this is if you're ready for postgraduate, then you can come here. And then I'll tell you what Lord Chaitanya's attitude was. That's external bhakti. Bring me deeper. See, hear these principles. See, now the deeper thing is, hear this, deeper principles. And hear from a person who's realized them, who can put your attention into the transcendental Krishna. See, put your attention. See, attention to the transcendental Krishna, not attention Vaidhi Bhakti. I put my attention there. I attend. See, I salute you, Vaidhi Bhakti. I'm sorry, man. I salute you, transcendental Bhakti. Internal Bhakti, I salute you. And you saluters of Vaidhi, go out there and salute all you want and get all your followers. And when they're ready and their hearts are unhappy like Veda Vyasa, and they can come here and be a real disciple. And then put your attention. Yes, sir. Transcendental Bhakti. Yes, sir. Put my attention there. You stand at attention. You're all standing. Look at Lalita Ganga standing at attention there with a smile on her face. She doesn't have to do that. She's doing that like, yes. Just giving her material for preaching, She gets all these realizations from this stuff. See, when you really get there, that's the whole thing. Gradually you start, when you hear these and you get all these revelations and realizations, see? And then that's the sequence. Then you look at the book and you start to realize all these things, and then you preach that, and people you get their attention. They start standing at attention. Whoa, this gives me real rest. See? This is the secret of real rest. Come ye, all ye heavily laden. My yoke is easy. See, the yoke is they put on the bull, and the warrior. See, the yoke of the Pharisees, the yoke of these Brahmins, who can't purify themselves, and you either is very heavy. See, more rules every year. Man, we both can't purify you that way. How can we keep you at attention? We'll put more rules on you. Oh, more burdens. Come here. My yoke is easy. Can you tell? My burden is light. See, the burden is light here. Why? I'm just here to teach you how to keep your burdens light too. Just get into transcendental Krishna. This is the door to it. And your burden will become light like mine. Like a feather, you start floating like a balloon, helium balloon. Up. Just floating up beyond the modes of nature. You want to become like that? That's what we do here. Patrick Houdini, what a long transmission. I'm on vacations. I don't have so much internet. I'll be back in the next week. You're right. It's 2 hours and 46 minutes. That's not that long today. So, what do you guys got to say, man? River, give us a word. No, Lokanath Ji, give us a word. You're muted. There you go.
Am I unmuted? What have I got to say? Lately, I've been thinking a lot about a devotee I made who was a friend back in 1987. And he committed suicide on the farm because he was so austere. He'd sleep on the ground if there was a bed. He'd be up at 2 a.m, having cold showers. And we're living in the middle of nowhere on this farm called New Gordadesh. And he killed himself.
Wow.
And ever since then, because I felt responsible for him, I've often wondered, where did he go? What happened? We got initiated by Bhavananda, so that's useless. So it's just a sad thing that's I've carried with me. But if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have met Krishna. I brought him back to Krishna because he was a devotee years before. And when I first met him, I thought, this guy's got something to teach me. I was really young at the time. And as it unfolded, I took him back to the temple. And then 2 years later, he killed himself. It was really weird. So I
Was
share
he
that with you because
when he came back? You said he came and then he left and then came back.
yeah, he was a devotee around Prabhupada when Prabhupada was here. Then he left the temple. And when he left the temple, we were friends, and that freaked him out. And then I dragged him back to the temple, and then he living on a farm. I said, "Come and help me with the cows and stuff." And then he killed himself 2 years later. After.
Did he accept initiation from Bhavananda?
Yeah.
Well, you see, it's all illusion. These guys can't do anything for you, and you'll end up, you come to get Krishna, and then they give you this false austere philosophy that he doesn't even follow. It's just all twisted. Religion is twisted, huh? Yeah. So anyway, just by the fact of accepting a bogus guru like that, you're going to have a bogus result. So what do you expect? It's just you're not really connected, and you can do austerities and everything, and you think that's the real path. You don't even know the real. You don't know the real path until you meet the real devotee, and then they tell you the real thing. And they take your burden off. Otherwise, you think, oh, I've got to be austere, but in his heart, he's feeling empty. But he's thinking it's confusing. People get confused. They think I'm coming to Krishna and oh yeah, it's austerity, and then I do all these things and all this, but their heart is like, and they end up one day depressed. He's probably was really depressed, and of course he didn't want to say anything because he wanted to look like he's so it's very weird, very weird, twisted results, and here you get untwisted. Here you say, oh, how do you feel? And people can express themselves. Well, I'm going through this, and this is, now, I'm confused. Here you have a forum. Otherwise, where you can't even talk. What, Prabhu? What's wrong with you? You're so, There's no place for real growth, really.
No,
So people,
that,
huh? What?
It didn't feel like it because it just like one day I had a feeling he was going to do it, and he did it. And then like I asked Govinda Swami what would happen to him, and he said Krishna wouldn't forgive him. And I thought, oh my God,
Who said
what
that?
do you do with that?
Who said this?
Govinda Swami. I asked him in Bhubaneswar what would happen to Pavitra. Yeah. And he said Krishna wouldn't forgive him, and I thought that was like
wouldn't forgive him. Oh, yeah. See, this is a little austere sannyasi thing, That's not true. I'm sorry, that ain't true. That ain't true. Because Krishna's looking. This person is coming to him, and unfortunately, it's not always a situation where there's like after Prabhupada left, especially there wasn't. Where do you go, man? You go to this bogus guru. They all, they're representing Krishna, but not well. You see, and so anything can, it's not a safe position. See, so it's just a problem, and that's why this is the way Prabhupada said when the real spiritual master, Acharya, leaves, there's havoc, but it's not. Ultimate, like here, there won't be really havoc. If I say I go tomorrow, there are a lot of devotees here. They're solid. They're solid in Krishna. They're in Krishna and Krishna's in them. That's the work here. We're ready to finish it for a lot of devotees where it's complete. It's finished. They'll be in Krishna and Krishna will be in them and take care of them. Krishna takes care of Lalita now. Look at Pani, Shamasan, River, you may have your little bouts here and there, but Krishna's in you. You know what it is to be in Krishna, and Krishna's in you and accepting you. See, this is not the Varnashram Dharma. Krishna may or may not be in you or distant, and you don't know how to, maneuver in this world. See, here now, you get so clear, all I have to do is just chant Krishna's name. I'm in him and Radha and Krishna are in me. What more do I need? Why do I need religion? That's my religion now.
Yeah.
Be in the transcendental Lord, and the transcendental Lord is in me. I'm safe, and I can help others be safe too. If you're willing to believe in this transcendental preaching. That's all I'm doing here. Okay, people are coming now. I'm just teaching you how to be in Radha and Krishna and them being in you, and to just be happy in this life. Have your burdens taken off, and this is the path. Otherwise, it's precarious what can happen out there.
So Krishna would look after Vidra. Sorry, Lalita. Is that Lalita?
I just wanted to add that when he lives in us, what does it mean? Then when we turn into him, he's there. You don't have to work hard to achieve his attention. He's there. He's always there. It's so real. It's so beautiful. It's so fulfilling that you don't want to let it go for anything. You don't have to work for it. He's there. He's awakened. It's you rest in him. It's fortune. It's then you hear the rules and regulations. What?
Tests do come though. Tests of faith do come.
My Lord accept me. Not my mind, not my false ego, but like I'm standing just like I am.
Yes.
Sorry. Before, 2 years ago, I had a question. I was on the phase when they called me that I am excited. Now it's excitement. Now you are excited, so it will go away. They taught me that now it's excitement, and it will change with time. I will become more serious. I will become more stable. I will not so smile and so laugh, because now it's excitement phase, And I thought, hey, how can I be serious later? I mean, I wanted it to grow. And I had many questions, and I've heard, this is not your level. But now I think they didn't know the answer for my questions.
No, of course not. They can't help you very well. Yeah, because that's what happens when people came to Krishna consciousness. I got the same spiel. Oh, because I was very excited too. Oh, yeah, that's just now. But you stick around and you'll see it becomes really tough. That was the thing. And because it does, because that association. Here, it's different, isn't it? You may go the tough spots or the purification, but it's progressive, man. They become more and more excited. Krishna was, Lord Chaitanya showed he was very excited engaging in bhakti. When Bhakti Vinod was, enthusiasm. Matter of fact, that's one of the principles in Nectar of Instruction, but it's taught where you have to, what do they call, you have to discipline yourself to be enthusiastic. See? And you're just forcing yourself to be enthusiastic. It's not the way it's supposed to be. No, you're enthusiastic naturally because Krishna is juicy. Krishna is the rest. You start to feel that Lord. I'm just here to help people go in that transcendental Lord. It's great. It's fun. It's wonderful. It's juicy. It's live. Hey, this is Vrindavan. We just play our way into the kingdom of God. It's a big play here. Here I am getting clarification about my real identification of who I am and where I'm going. See, that's how you know you're in the right place, Shamaguri and everybody else. You come here, you're getting stuff. You're getting the substance. You're getting what you want. See? If you come here, like some people have come here, they get something and they're looking like, yeah, I'm getting what I want. I want to be a big teacher or something. Well, getting what you want is these revelation. Realize is the wonderful, man. That's a devotee. Always realize, thinking about God, thinking about truth, realizing more of who the God is. This is all we, Krishna says, we don't care. This is in 10th canto. He told Rukmini, hey, we is him and his devotee. like this. We don't care about wives, children. We just like to roam around and think about God. See? That's it. It's fun to be in that transcendental Lord. It is wonderful. It is life. Otherwise, it's death, the zombie apocalypse out here. You don't have to wait for it to come. It's already here. It's always been here. If you're not in the transcendental Lord, you're in the zombie apocalypse, more or less. All the way up, when I see the religion and people prancing around the stage with their sticks, having big things, it's still zombies to me. They're still not alive yet, not born. Yeah, problem with this preaching. Too bad, man. You know, we're here for real life, not zombies. You know, you want to be a zombie? Feed off the material energy. Make that your food. Feed off Varnashram Dharma. You're still in the mode of goodness. It's still a covering for the soul. And that is the truth. If you're worshiping that as your deliverance, you're still worshiping illusion. You're still under it. You got a golden chain on you. Shuddha Bhakti is the real Lord. The Lord says, I'm not into that. I'm not in the material energy. I'm not in goodness even. That's my Lord. I'm not in, that can't purify you. Can't purify anybody else. You ready for Chaitanya Leela preaching? Well, all right, you know, that's what you're going to get here. You're going to understand that Lord that you don't understand. You thought, I thought he really liked Varnashram Dharma. I thought he, no, it won't purify you. This will, the truth. Shuddha Bhakti truth will purify you. Yeah, this is postgraduate. You ready for that? You ready for the tough test, master? Where's my roller? Give me your hand so I can smack him. I'm like that nun. None of this. None of the world. Don't believe in it. None of it. I'm the nun, the flying nun. No, Lalita's the flying nun. She's always flying. You should get one of those little caps, white caps like the flying nun have. Okay, man. What else? Pani, give us a word.
Maharaj, I was thinking that those guys cannot help it. If they didn't have it, they can't give it. I mean, it's so unfortunate to hear so many such stories of other devotees as well who are going through that, and they're just draining out. While here, it's actually giving us life, as Shama is mentioning. It's like feeding in life, and you feel it. Just listening, just hearing, paying attention, you feel that life coming in, the life of revelations, the truth, the words. Your words are filling in through the heart. And then Krishna, I can tell Krishna is actually feeling happy just by hearing. And that's the best service. I mean, I don't know. I have so many things going on in my head. When you say it, I forget them all, most of them.
You got to jump in there. Just jump in.
When you ask me for an update, I forget some. I keep getting them, so many of them, when other devotees. That's why I see, everybody hears whatever they share. It's actually so life-giving for others.
Yeah.
It's like, as she said, it's not an interruption, it is life-giving. Some others might have a similar conception. It's like, I remember when Shama Sundari said this, now I remember it. So it's like on the Vaidhi path, she's right. So they also told me, when I was like really enthusiastic, I came in, kirtans, let's do this. I had so much energy. And I'm like, yeah, this is the initial stage. Everyone's been through that. Everyone will be enthusiastic. It's like saying, okay, you will be going forward, you will be like a bored guy. It'll be so bored. Who said that? Is that prospective? I had these doubts. If someone has to show bhakti's prospective, they have to show that they have life. It is life-giving. Well, they say, okay, you got some life, don't worry, it'll just doze off, the fire will just doze off, and you'll be all right. How is that prospective? How is that prospective? I mean, the whole thing is so twisted now. When we see through your preaching, when we see that, it looks so twisted. As you said now, you said it's untwisting here. Now, yeah, exactly. Our, our twisted conceptions are getting straightened, so we can really feel. Yeah, exactly.
You got to be a little off the wall like I am, you know.
Oh, that's another thing. The Vamshidas Babaji saying off the wall. Yeah, great. So his example of putting on the bones. So I mean, all these devotees, the characters are so amusing. I mean, it's really amusing. I'm beginning to love all those devotees whose characters are so amusing. Out of
Yeah, they're great.
I remember, I remember that guy, even the super Brahminical guy, like seemingly the guy who that he has the coconuts. If he's so paka
Oh
clean,
yeah,
he was such a character too. I mean, it's like it's crazy, unparalleled devotee. And now it's you here, so it's like
yeah. Hey, that's why it's hard to you see this. It's hard to get this association here because, especially when devotees are expressing themselves, it's off the wall, man. Literally, it's uncommon. It's different. It's eccentric, and people, and in the beginning, it's in religion, they're used to boxes. Just give me rules. Give me like a structure. Oh yeah, give me the program. Yes, and then Prabhupada knew that. Okay, we'll give him a program. Give him a program. You can do Mongol Arti, you do this. You just go around. You just keep doing that. And you keep doing that. Whoever knows how long. Look at Purishet. He's still doing that, man. Going around like this every day. Like clockwork. And he doesn't pay this preaching any mind. He doesn't think it's he. What he does? He says, "Oh, I'm as ecstatic as Gaur Haridas. See, I'm more ecstatic than him." But he never shows it. Yeah, but never can show it. It's just all words. See, your lips are very close to me, but your heart's very far. You see, oh yeah, it's just all in my mind. I'm more ecstatic, than but they can't. It doesn't show in their feeling. They're just always doing So anyway, that's why it and that's okay. I mean, that you do that as long as you want, and then people follow you. They think, oh, he gets more people watch his programs, and oh yeah, okay. Well, I'll just give me an Amy here and there, a Pani, a River, a Shamasan, a Lilita Ganga, a Tom, and a Sachi, and all these, in their heart is all you guys. Just give me those here. Then we got they're the ones who are interested in this, and those are the ones, when you're ready for this, you will feel that transcendental Lord in you, and there will be without doubt. See, you'll just say, yeah, man, that Lord is in me more and more and more, getting stronger all the time. Because that's what it's about, is the truth. The truth being in you. Yeah, wow, Krishna's living. I'm living. I got the living God. Oh my God. The living Lord is living in me. I'm not just in him, and I'm unaware. Oh, the Lord is Varnashram Dharma. No, he's not. Oh, the Lord is the world. No, he's not. The Lord is ecstatic devotion. Yes, Radha, that's who she is. Wow, I just love these verses. There you go. There you go. That's the Lord. Now you're on target. We come here to redirect, to retarget everybody to the ultimate goal of life, achievable in this life of Radha and Krishna being in you. And then you're self-realized. Then you're in the safe position. That's real Madhyam Lila, Madhyamadikari. Love of God is awakened in you. Doesn't it say? Scripture says love of God. Love of God is love of God. That means he's in you. Tarzan and Jane. He did that because Jane was in him. He felt strong, right? Also, when Bhakti is here, I feel like Tarzan because Jane is in my heart, swinging with me. We're swinging together in the vines in the jungle of Vrindavan. This one vine to another. Making more Tarzans, they're going to be, it's not, you all become the one. You're here to make the one. You're playing Mary Sachi, Janaki, and Ranga, and Karuna. Who else? Evo. Oh, Evo, yeah, too. All you guys coming here liking this preaching. Okay. Okay, so River, give us a word. No, Tom, give us a word. She's still distracted.
Yes.
Okay, River, give us a word. Give us a word, River.
I want to say something.
Okay.
I was listening to you and I was thinking, how does it work? Why don't those so-called leaders, why are they not giving us this upgrade to the real happiness? That they don't allow, my realization was, they don't allow you to be happier than they are. And that's a kind of being envious. And that's really like the bottleneck why it doesn't function. They don't allow you to be happier than them.
Yeah.
But that's not the only reason. They don't know Krishna. They really don't know him.
Yeah, but that's the same. They don't know him because they are stuck in their own box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, all kinds of stuff is mixed. When you're in illusion, there's all kinds of illusion, So you're stuck in these things, and envy. Oh, they're getting ahead of me, and also unclarity. Everything's murky. It's like you're walking around like a blind person. Yeah, you see, I'm not blind. See, they can't admit they're blind. Without what's going on here, you're blind. If you don't have Krishna living in you in his transcendental potency, you're more or less blind. And if you don't admit that, you can't come here. Why would you? You think, oh, I'm not blind. Let me go to Jaipataka. Let me go to Radhanath. I'm not blind. Yeah, okay, yeah, go over there. To me, that's blindness, man. If I don't see tears coming out of Jaipataka's eyes and holy laughter when they're worshiping Krishna, they don't know Krishna. They don't know that name is non-different than him. They don't know. You can fool yourself and you can fool your neophyte followers, but you can't fool the people here because we teach them rightly, truly, genuinely. When you know Krishna's name and Radha's name is non-different, you become ecstatic as all can be. And if you aren't, you are bogus still. A bogey. You're a bogey, man. You know what a bogey is? They come out there and they're going to shoot you down like you guys have been preaching. Oh, this person's getting ahead of me. Let's shoot him down. Oh, this person is not bored like us. Let's assure them they will, by associating with us, they will become increasingly bored like us. And just be here just because we need a job and because we're temple president and we get some kind of other thing other than being intoxicated by the holy name of Krishna. That's the only thing keeps me around. Otherwise, I'd be gone. I'd leave this place immediately if the holy name of Krishna stops being manifest here. I think, time to go. See, the others out there, that's why I say the others, they think, oh, the holy name, oh, they don't call it, oh, the devil's name is manifest in Gaur Haridas's associates over there. Let's get away from them. Oh, yeah, please do. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I'm not here to be added. I don't need poison added to me. That's all poison. Yeah, I want nectar. You guys ready for nectar out there? You know, you gurus out there or your followers, whoever wants to come, you ready for nectar? Nectar is here. The real Krishna is in us. See, the transcendental Lord, the one that's beyond the modes of nature, lives in these temples here. And you got a problem with that? Stay out there in the Maya, you hardened criminals of various degrees. You're just in jail, and we'll sit here. I'll come up with the spoon and rattle your cages. Shh, we're out of prison, and you're still in. Right, Pani? We'll rattle their cages. You're in prison, and we're out. You want to come out? Yeah. Stay in your cage for a while longer. We'll continue to rattle it till you're ready to come out. We'll show you more ecstasy on Facebook Live. You know, we'll show you more transcendental truth. We'll glorify Shuddha Bhakti and downgrade Varnashram Dharma as it should be, because this is available. Hell, that should be put in its place. That's for neophytes. You ready to advance? It's not strong enough in these days. Look at this. Your gurus are telling you to go over the cliff with the thing.
They want to stay at the Wailing Wall, and they want their disciples with them at the Wailing Wall.
Yes. You're just a bunch of big whales at the Wailing Wall. Go over there with all your blubber, all that weight of karma that you got. Go there and wail some longer, more lifetimes. Right now, the feast is here. Come on to the feast, everybody. Come get it. The food, the real food is here. Krishna himself, Radha herself is here. Come join the party. If not, go on to you whales, go out with your blubber and wail on the Wailing Wall. Go out there and cry out, whoa, when will a tear come to my eye when I chant Hare Krishna? Oh, Guru Dev, oh, Radhanath, oh, Jaipataka, oh, Acharya Dev, when will a tear? Well, you'll be with them, you'll continue to say when. And our devotees are wailing like crazy, man, with tears pouring out of their eyes. Go over there to those big, exalted sannyasis and gurus with thousands of followers and keep crying out, with the voice only. Oh, when will a tear come to my eye? Well, it'll be a long time before tears will come to your eyes worshiping those guys. Our disciples, they start crying very quickly. They start feeling the transcendental Lord living inside them. You're not good with that. Go out there and wail on the Wailing Lord. When will there be a time when the Lord, our tear will come to my when I chant Hare Krishna, and you're so stupid you can't see that tears are coming right here in everybody's eyes. Can you imagine? My ex-wife is so stupid. I'll just say it to her. She is so stupid. She left this place and she's crying like, whoa, when will I cry? When will I get Radha and Krishna? And everybody's getting Radha and Krishna. You're right there, Lalita. Oh, when will I do this? I'm my real Guru Dev. You're unreal Guru Dev. Don't tell me that's real when you don't get what my disciples are getting. And they've been, and you after 20 years have left this, are still on the Wailing Wall. When will I cry for Krishna? But I got to be austere. I got to be, I be locked in my room by my guru. Her husband, her new husband, was locking her in a room every day. Can you imagine? This is Krishna. You stupid fool. You left the nectar. Anyway, believe it or not, I'm trying to help the lady,
Do you know the sounds that whales make? The wailing sound?
Yeah.
Yeah, they make a really wailing sound, those whales in nature.
Yeah, real wailing. So anyway, I try to help her, and believe it or not, this is help because she's so stubborn, man. Stubborn, man. Ooh. Well, this is, maybe she'll listen sometime, because she can't. It's so funny. Sometimes she sees Lalita. I think she talks to her stuff, and she sees but doesn't see. It's like a donkey, right?
She says it's not a real thing that you have. You can't call this ecstasy. Let's call it bliss.
Bliss. Let's call it bliss. See,
bliss. Let's call it some bliss. It's not a real thing. I said, but you had it yourself. Don't you remember? No, it's not a real thing.
No, it's Guru. See, that's an example of the books of Guru Aparad. When you become against the Guru, it's horrible. You lose. You think, how can Krishna bewilder you? Oh, well, I see it happen, a few times. As soon as people leave and they start criticizing, oh boy, poop, they lose their realization. To be honest with you, that's what's going on with Meena. She go and then she started. She private messages of criticism. I thought, wow, and then you see they lose the realization and the glory, of this. They start to become prunes, and they think this is glorious. That is horrible. Anyway, all of them. My ex-wife. That's why I say ex. But they will get it. Meena, anybody else, Mahavir, these who have done, they will get it. The Lord is very merciful. Sometimes they got to go through a year's or a lifetime of that. But then when they get it, they'll never do it again. But Krishna is so merciful. Those persons will, either in this life or the next, they will get it. That's the mercy of Krishna. Not 10 million lifetimes and go back into Mahavishnu thing. No. You've come to Krishna. Everybody, all the Vaidis, I'm only joking, actually. Joking profoundly, they will all get it. And in a short time, even if it's the many lives, is not many lives, really. They came to Prabhupada. This goes a lot to God. It's like you're coming to the truth, even though you can't figure it out right. Don't worry. All of them, Jaipataka, Radhanath, all of them will get it. But, that's the whole thing. Prabhupada knew this. He knew, now people are going to be like clumsy. We're all clumsy, but then the Lord, the more he starts to reveal his internal nature in us, now it starts to get better, smooth, the burdens are coming off, we're it's nice, home free here. See, Madhyamadikaris are here, real Madhya, not the bullshit ones. The ones with the threads and look at us with the pride and all that. No. The real madhyams are made here, where you feel love of God and increasing realizations, increasing forever, man. You become Mahabhagavats very quickly. You become gurus, all that. When you you just live in Krishna, Krishna's living in you, and you're really playing with Krishna, you just naturally become guru. That's how it happened for me. I never thought it, I was just relishing this relationship with the Lord, playing with the Lord, in ecstasy for a long time. And all of a sudden it happens. All of a sudden people start listening to you, right? You guys are they're starting to listen to you. Wow, I get really inspired by your classes. See, you become a spiritual teacher and just naturally. See, this is all organic. It's not a wannabe trip. You know, I want the wannabe thing is I want to be more intimate with Krishna. Isn't that what I want to be more intimate with Radha. I want more of that. Now that is good. You gotta be a wannabe. Want to be like that.
It's wanna be to glorify the path and not yourself.
Yeah. Well, I want to be. I want to test. I want to taste this. I want to taste Krishna. I want to relish Radha. You know, Radha's glories, her love. You know, because I want to have that kind of bhakti so I can understand Krishna better. And I can have that happiness of that bhakti. That's pure. That's what Lord Chaitanya was like that. See, you want the pure thing, in other words. You don't want some, and that's real gold. See, that's, if you have a hankering for real gold, then that's what you're going to get. See, that's the real gold, is love of God, love of Krishna. I want that. Srila Prabhupada knew everything about what would happen before his passing. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada knew there'd be all this clumsiness. You know, what do you expect? But look, we're working out the kinks. You know, those who are ready for this day will come, one by one. We can't handle a big flood. Could you imagine a big flood? Whew. Not yet. Maybe as the numbers increase, then, you know, more can come because. So now, if people have problems, there's people you can call Pani up. Yeah, get him away from his desk, man. Give him a call. You know, otherwise he'll be working. You know, get him into some of this work, or River, you know, or Lalita. Or anybody, you know, give each other's calls, make friends with the devotees.
I call a lot of people, Guru Maharaj. I don't do anything
I know,
else.
I know. Yeah, she does.
But I never call Pani. It's true.
Yeah. You know, this is what it's all about, is making friends with liberated souls are here. You know, they're actually, when you have devotion to Krishna awakened, they're the best associate. You want friends associated with liberated souls. You got the opportunity now. It's unusual. It's uncommon. You know, where do you get an opportunity to associate with liberated souls? And they actually have the symptoms of being liberated souls. When ecstatic emotions awaken in you, the Lord, that's a liberated soul. You're eternally liberated from that. Doesn't matter if you're not perfect in this or that, or it doesn't matter. The Lord has accepted you. Radha's accepted you. Krishna's accepted you. Otherwise, you wouldn't have these symptoms. It's a special deal here. You don't know how special it is.
Oops.
So Narendra says we need a collective collaboration team, board members, executive of Prema. Yeah. So you work on that, Narendra. You go and talk to these devotees. Matter of fact, it would be good for you and the devotees to communicate with each other. Like,
yeah, we do.
Yeah. You do.
I am communicating with them.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
You guys talk, and you know, that way you get, you know, it'll be good. Yeah.
But I don't really see now how we can do those big collective things. It's more like you say, they will come one by one. And I know that Narada, he always talks like that.
Yes, big plans.
Yeah, big plans. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, you know, Narendra, what it comes by, see, that's it comes by purification. Be more concerned with purifying your own consciousness in this association. And, you know, and naturally things will evolve. I mean, you can try if you want, you know. Yeah. See, it's more about purification because, you know, what I found is in a lot of Vaides, often the ones who are in ISKCON and everything, they have this teachy thing in them. They want to be teachers, you know. It's and it could be a hindrance sometimes. So come, you know, and get purified. That's all I have to say. Associate with the devotees. Come, you know, hear the classes. Get purified. Come online. You should come more also on live here. Let the devotees see you. That goes for everybody. Try to come online. Let the devotees, because you know you make a difference. It makes a difference in you, and it'll make a difference in others. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm ready to move around a little bit now. Hey, thank you for a great Sadhu Sangha session.
Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much.
It's been fun, huh? It's great. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna.